Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, All People's Island. Start to strengthen burning fruit. Chapter 61. At this moment, Girl Jian-Ru said, Big brother, it seems that number 4545 called you in the chat channel. Oh, he opened the private message without any hassle. After all, I have already had an experience, and I don't really care about such things. Dear boss number 888, I have encountered a very urgent matter and urgently need your help. If you agree, regardless of success, I will give you 10 A-level items. Chen Yang didn't reply immediately, but looked at the private message and fell into deep thought. This time the private message function has reached the point where you can chat. What the hell is the progress of the programmer? When Blue Star's network communication was just started, everyone couldn't chat privately, they could only chat and brag together in the group. Later, with the continuous evolution of a certain software, there are rich and colorful private chat functions. From this point of view, it really looks like the continuous optimization of the program. If this is the case, no wonder my code is stuck with a bug. Of course, this is not a problem, it is just a complaint. What really matters is the private message itself. No, 888, can you tell me what it is first? Although for the current self, an A-level item is nothing. However, for other island owners, A-level items are definitely very precious. This brother is actually willing to use A-level items as a reward. Or, he is very lucky, just like our meaty girl, he got a lot of high-grade items by accident. However, I don't think anyone else can be like our Uhuang girl. Sister Uhuang has now picked up an S-level item, the 12th level Tianyu Flamingo. Not long ago, he had cast heal, helping Tianyu Splitting Sky Bird to heal 26 injuries directly. Although such a large high-level creature is still quite troublesome to heal. However, I can't stand Chen Yang's attributes being high enough. The healing technique continued to pour down, and he was cured soon. Anyway, if it was Uhuang, then he shouldn't have sent a message for help at all. What kind of treatment should Uhuang deserve? Just look at the one next to you and you'll know. That's unlucky. If it's just ordinary unlucky, it's impossible to take out A-level items as rewards. As for the current island owner, as long as he has a choice, I don't believe he will throw out A-level items. So the conclusion is, the trouble comes from that one item itself. He never believed that pies would fall from the sky. No, 888, if you don't make it clear, I refuse. You can go to number 0410, or 7 sauce for help. He sent a message in the group, and then jumped out of the depression. Then it shows that the mission system is also maturing. No, 4545, I met the mysterious iceberg visitor you mentioned in the group last time, and for some reason, he came to me this time. I can only reveal so much, unless you agree to accept it. The figure of that guy appeared in Chen Yang's mind. Yeah, this guy is looking for the fantasy ice flower, but now this thing has fallen into my hands. Chen Yang had long thought that he would meet sooner or later. No, 888. Okay, I have accepted this task, and I will come to you as soon as possible. Turning off the private message, let out a sigh of relief. I used to think that 996 was like a beast's life, so I resigned resolutely. But now that I'm in this world, I realize that it's nothing and there's more to it. I'm 007 now, really. Killing from 0 to 0 has been endless. Therefore, capitalists have no heart, there is no most voluptuous, only more voluptuous. Well, it was definitely the one who brought them to this mysterious world. Big brother, do you want to leave? Yeah, there is a mission. I am afraid that the mission module will be opened in the future, and you will also be able to contact it at that time. The fleshy girl said, Then I won't go, I'll stay here with Yan Yan. Yan Yan is the name I gave her, and there are 6 fires in total. As long as you are happy. If I were to choose the name, then the name of the bird on this day would be, lay an egg. Because, when I met her, she was about to give birth. Quote, when choosing a name, what matters is a randomness. Chen Yang returned to Island 888, and immediately began to erect the other end of the portal. With this portal, I can freely travel between Islands 888 and 4447. This feeling is like other people have to fly for 2 days and 2 nights to get to another hemisphere, but I just need to open the door. Super comfortable. Time, day 8, 1 hour 22 minutes and 55 seconds. Chen Yang let out a breath and looked at the dark sky. Time flies. It was only at this moment that he would feel such emotion. The temperature finally did not continue to drop, and it was controlled at around -80 degrees. According to the previous temperature, people below level 6 will definitely freeze to death. It seems that everyone's level has begun to improve. Although there have been too many people, they have died quietly. But at least those who survived began to become stronger as a whole. An idea flashed through Chen Yang's mind. He is not the kind of person who likes to waste time in the bus and moving in boredom. I have accepted his mission, but there is no need to go immediately. Since the other party can still send me private messages, it means that at least he is doing well now. For me, the most important thing is to improve my strength. Although, now I have reached level 14, but it is not enough. Far from enough. Think about it, that terrifying King Kong on that mysterious island, every sneeze can have the terrifying destructive power like the death ray. If I have such strength now, forget it, don't think about this kind of what if. While it's still early, go directly to Skull Island. The A-level wavebreaker has the function of recording coordinate charts, and can record the places it has been. There are many wild monsters on this island, and they emerge endlessly. With the previous experience, I just need to release an ice age directly, tens of thousands of experience points, directly in hand. When others are still working hard for hundreds or even dozens of experience points, I have already used W as the calculation unit for experience points. Would it be too cruel for them if I'm so curly? The wavebreaker quietly broke through the waves and gradually approached Skull Island. The fog is getting bigger and bigger. Suddenly, Chen Yang felt a familiar taste. Oh, I was locked by someone. In this place, Skull Island is still not visible. Wait, I remembered, this, isn't it Misty Ghost? Thick fog gathered quickly. Then, a huge super great white with a height of 100 meters has already blocked Chen Yang. Identification technique. Species. Misty Ghost. Grade. 13. Attack. It can use the mist to create extremely strange and powerful attacks. Don't let the mist disperse into your body. Remarks, it has a deep resentment towards you, and it will never die. Chen Yang didn't really care much about the level 13 Misty Ghost. However, the place where I appear now is in the sea area near No. 4447. The mark on this thing is the whole picture. Forget it, let's talk about this kind of thing later, it's a good start. Chen Yang took a deep breath, and then sprayed it out violently. A mouthful of flame spurted out from between the mouth and nose, and then turned into a fire dragon. This is his new development of Xiaoxiaoguo, which can imitate a fire dragon by incorporating the true energy of 9 dragons. The fire dragon soared, baring its teeth and claws, crashing headlong into the Misty Ghost. The color of the fire dragon's flame still has traces of white flames. This is exactly the Bone Revenant fire that was captured just now. Under the surge of this flame, the death speed of Misty Ghost was even faster. Dear Chen Yang, you have successfully killed level 13 Misty Ghost, your experience value has increased, plus 1159. Bone Revenant Fire has a bonus to the damage of Revenant types. Finally, I saw Skull Island. Chen Yang left the wavebreaker ahead of time, and then quietly entered the island. Last time, I tried the Ice Age here, and got very good results, and gained a lot of experience points. But, for Piansha, there is actually a better way. For the jungle, the best way is fire. Chen Yang took a while and quietly observed around the island for a while. Finally, sure, at least there is no danger on the periphery. That is, I can leave at any time. Meteor volcano, erupt with full force. Chen Yang's body began to emit red and black smoke, and scorching heat emerged from his body. Then, the meteor volcano erupted. This time, the meteor volcano is not as powerful as it was on island 4444. Boom 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 boom. The originally quiet island was once again broken. The meteor volcano I'm using with all my strength, every meteorite can kill level 10 to 12 monsters. Moreover, meteor volcano is a powerful move that changes the terrain and can cause continuous damage. You killed a level 13, 6-legged lizard, your experience value increased, plus 1987. You killed level 11, Iron North Brown Bear, your experience value has increased, plus 1287. It has started. Listening to the beeping sound of experience skyrocketing constantly, Chen Yang ran away without saying a word. When that invincible King Kong wakes up, it will be troublesome, so run away early. The sound of experience rising is still going on. I have to say that this feeling of rapidly improving experience is really cool. Stepping aboard the wavebreaker again, I looked back at my masterpiece. Speaking of which, it's really exciting. So far, the experience value has increased by 1.9 W. And that's just the beginning. The volcano will continue, and the monsters will die. At least for now, the destructive power of his meteor volcano is stronger than that of the Ice Age. The volcano can continue to burn for a long time, and the speed of experience points will definitely weaken later, but it can also continue to be harvested. I found this place, it's really lucrative, it's just a job. However, Chen Yang's wishful thinking didn't work out. Just above the island, it began to rain heavily. Somewhere, Chen Yang felt a pair of eyes staring at him. Just now, that is, what? Chen Yang was silent for a long time, and then he recovered from the sudden sense of oppression just now. Even now, he only has one feeling. Fear. I thought I would meet that King Kong Xingluo again, but now it seems that there is an existence more terrifying than King Kong Xingluo on this island. You killed a level 10 bloodsucker, your experience has increased, plus 1033. The improvement of experience is still going on. However, it has obviously slowed down. Then, Chen Yang saw an incredible scene. The area that has been transformed by its own meteor volcano is covered by a mysterious force star. The raised volcano was gradually suppressed. The surface has been restored, and the potholes are completely invisible. There are even green plants. Am I dreaming? Could it be that nothing happened just now? Experience. Level 14, 38,888 20 thousandths. The experience value has risen to 41,888. This wave, a full increase of more than 3 W experience points, it is obviously profitable. It seems that there are many stalwart forces in this world. Just now, was that a warning? At this moment, a will forcefully appeared, and then turned into a substantive voice. No more destruction of the island. This voice is neither light nor heavy, and there is no emotion. Even Chen Yang felt a bit like the teacher yelling at his ears when he was a child. However, the more so, the more terrifying Chen Yang felt. This is definitely a more terrifying existence than King Kong Xingluo. King Kong Xingluo, that is a level 49 existence. It has a body size of thousands of meters, and a single sneeze can create an extremely terrifying death energy zone. I originally thought that this big guy was invincible, but I didn't expect there to be a more terrifying existence than him. Sure enough, I am still superficial. But then again, what is this island? No, it's not an island, maybe it's a continent. However, one thing is better. He just told me not to destroy the island, but he didn't say that I would not be allowed to hunt in it. In Chen Yang's view, this place is the practice room in RPG games. After such a round trip, it's already close to 4 o'clock. First, go take Hujichu, and then go to Island 4545. However, this time I have earned a lot of experience points, or, just upgrade to level 15. Upgrade. Suddenly, a golden light flashed. Dear island owner Chen Yang, you have successfully upgraded to level 15, and your attribute value has increased. The 5-dimensional value changes directly, and there is a big leap. Level 15, 18,888 50 thousandths. Power, 1030. Physical, 1170. Agile, 1086. Spirit, 1320. Energy, durable, 1520. Every value has increased by more than 200. This is already a huge improvement. The increase in normal upgrades and the increase in attribute points have never been so large. However, the next time you want to break through level 15, you actually need 5W experience points. The demand for experience points is becoming more and more exaggerated. Chen Yang originally wanted to complain, but then he thought, but it doesn't seem to be that difficult for me. After all, I have already discovered this secret practice room. Dear Chen Yang, you are the first to break through level 15, and you have won a prestige reward, plus 50. Because you were the first to break through level 15, you got a system item, team building card. Seeing this, Chen Yang was stunned. Team building card. What is this? Team building card, special props. Function: with this card, the owner can form his own team. Team benefits: team private chat channel, team island connection, team item sharing. Remarks: the team limit of this card is 5 people. Can you form a team? Exactly. Chen Yang has long thought that with the improvement of strength, team formation should be the general trend. After all, it can already be seen that there are major camps in this killing world. You can't let one person fight against one faction, can you? At this time, a message quietly surfaced in the public chat channel. Island owner number 888 has obtained a team building card. I hope you will work harder. No. 9527. Brother, my ass is already hungry, let me join. No. 1325. Hello boss, what is the use of the team building card? How do we get it? In an instant, the public channel exploded. On island number 7, with the improvement of energy points, she also started to take 07's introversion route. Her eyes are bright and full of determination. After breaking through level 10, there is still a long way to go before level 11. Hey, according to this progress, it must be impossible to catch up with No. 888. Chin Ching is very competitive and always hopes that she can be the third. Properties panel. Island owner. Chin Ching. Number. Area A10007. Level. 10 3398 5500. Power. 311. Physical. 287. Agility. 299. Spirit. 329. Energy durability 331. Exclusive item Feather of the Wind Class S. Please expand. Exclusive pet Wind Spirit A level, level 3. Many of my attribute points have reached 300, and as the level increases, the increase in attribute points will be faster. But, what about that guy? How far has he come? Okay, the information on the public chat channel caught her attention. Seeing the system announcement and everyone's astonishment, she was immediately stunned. He has already obtained a group card. Chin Ching's desire to win, which had been burning a little, suddenly began to go out. She muttered to herself, level 15, I have already reached level 15. Before she traveled to this world, she had mastered a lot of information. One of them is, breaking through level 15 is the entry condition for forming a team. Chin Ching has been working hard, hoping that she can break through level 15 as soon as possible, and then complete her own team. To be honest, she thought about recruiting Chen Yang into her team. Of course, the prerequisite is, she must be the leader of the team. But now, Chin Ching let out a breath, calmed down, and then began to think. What item did he get? Why is the gap so huge? What I got was the S-rank item, the Wind Feather. Even if he got S-level items, the gap shouldn't be that big, so, the key is him himself. Xie Abin just killed a super giant elephant, a level 11 giant elephant. Then, he saw this notification. This man full of golden muscles didn't say anything, just smiled. What the hell, what speed? Catherine on Island 0331 also saw the news. This Chen Yang, did he get a level 6 item in the later stage? She was sure that when the level leaderboard was first announced, Chen Yang definitely did not get S-level items, because at that time the system announced that only 3 treasure chests had been opened. Behind her, wings of light spread slightly, and the elongated shadow of her plump figure looked even more thrilling. Then, she said very seriously, I won't lose. However, I belong to the light, how can I lose to mortals? It's time to make a choice. Chen Yang turned off the public channel and found Hu Jiqiu first. Come on, follow me to do the task. Hu Jiqiu was very happy to see Chen Yang again. You finally came, Chen Yang said, finally. I haven't been away for a long time, only a few hours. Hu Jiqiu thought in his heart, don't you know that there is a phrase called, one day is like 3 autumns? We haven't seen each other for nearly a year. Chen Yang said directly, I got the team card, and I will pull you into my team. However, as for the team's plan, I haven't figured it out yet. Go to island 4545 first, he has already sent me the coordinates of the island. Quick, in a hurry. Hu Jiqiu. Oh, he wants to pull me into the team. So good, so good. Although she has only stayed in this world until the 8th day, she feels that she has survived countless years. It's all right now, I've finally made it through. This is the so-called bitterness and happiness. The speed of the wavebreaker will never let Chen Yang down. It took only 1.5 hours to reach island 4545. Knows. The temperature here is actually lower than outside. This number 4545 is indeed an ice-type ability user. It's no wonder that he was found by that ice-faced man from the Ice and Snow God Mountain. Chen Yang didn't directly step into the island, but immediately said, "Come out, we're here." About 2 minutes later, Huangbin walked over from the depths of his island. The moment he saw Chen Yang, he subconsciously took a big look, and then almost cried. "Brother Faj, I finally see you." Then, a hungry wolf pounces. Bloom, Fame, pink petals flashed, mixed with a powerful fire. With a cold face, Hu Jiqiu said directly, "Sorry, please keep your distance." Now she is positioned as Chen Yang's bodyguard. Huangbin looked at this heroic woman and took 2 steps back. "I'm sorry, I'm so excited. However, you are the owner of island number 4447, haha, I really didn't expect to see you as a neighbor at last." Huangbin didn't feel that there was anything wrong with the other party's rudeness, after all, he was a boss. He cut straight to the point. "Boss, look, this is the A-level item I mentioned, and I didn't bind it, because I really don't want to be a 5-year-old boy." After Chen Yang saw this item, his eyebrows were slightly pressed. Immediately, he sneered, his brows flashed, and he said, "Good guy, I was caught fishing." Chen Yang looked at Huangbin and said coldly, "Throw this thing away." "What? Grade A items, just throw them away." However, just a hesitation, he directly dropped the diamond-shaped object on the ground. He stepped back several steps in a row, looked at the thing, and asked blankly, What's going on?" At this moment, the diamond-shaped crystal suddenly began to flash blue light. Then, the ice cubes slowly piled up. In just a short while, the ice cube turned into an ice sculpture as tall as a person. After a while, the Iceman appeared. The ice-faced man turned his head to look at Huangbin, and said, "Remember I told you that if you leak what happened today, I will kill you." Huangbin trembled, and then looked at Chen Yang. "It means, boss, save me, save me, save me." The color of the ice-faced man's palm flashed a blue light, and then he went straight to kill Huangbin, viciously and decisively. Although Huangbin was afraid, at that moment, a large piece of blue light appeared directly in his palm, turning into an ice wall. The two forces directly touched, and Huangbin's ice wall was shattered in an instant. The blue light turned into a sharp mysterious light, which directly pierced the yintang point between his eyebrows. "Big brother, help, big brother, help." Almost at this moment, Chen Yang's hand had already appeared directly on the Iceman's head. His hand pressed down directly towards his face. He didn't block it, but directly attacked the Iceman himself. When Chen Yang's palm fell, it was actually frozen directly. It even freezes Chen Yang's whole body. However, Chen Yang did not stop. HMPH, that's it. As soon as the words fell, a flame had already emerged. Fire punch. The flames were raging, and the terrifying fist finally hit his face directly. In an instant, 573, the thick mist burst out directly. Boom. In the next second, the fire fist pierced through the ice and hit his head. His head was directly smashed into pieces. Huangbin sat paralyzed on the ground. "I almost died just now. This dog thing is really ruthless, kill it if you say it." "But, father, it's really fierce." Unexpectedly, it was blocked. "Let yourself fall into the desperate attack, but our father blocked it so easily." No, Fa dad just hammered the other party to death. The father is so strong, so terrifying. Chen Yang's gaze was calm. He said, "This prop, is it a kind of item like Avatar? If that's all you have, does it make sense to use it for fishing?" The shattered half of the body began to grow again. After a while, he has recovered. Huang Bin looked at it and backed away again and again. Monster, I can probably understand what you mean by fishing. However, I never thought of targeting you. I really value this friend very much. Huang Bin. Grass mud horse, you cut me off as a friend. I almost died. If he is willing to join the ice and snow mountain, I will make him not become strong. Unfortunately, he made a choice that disappointed me. If you betray, you will die. This is my principle. So, do you want to protect him? Chen Yang chuckled and said, this is a commission task, and he has already given me this A-level item. So, technically you're using my stuff. The Iceman thought for a while, and then said, I don't want to fight you, you have the strength to make me give in, so I can CGBF let him go. He looked at Huang Bin. You keep the items I gave you last time. That's your reward for answering my questions. But, I want to take this ice mirror with me, is there any problem? When Huang Bin heard it, he let out a long breath, yes. Is this solved? As expected of my number 888 boss, this face is too big. He just made a casual move and immediately asked the other party to directly compromise. Phew, it's settled, I don't have to be a second 5 kid anymore. At this moment, I want to scream. However, wait, I didn't say that this matter can be handled in this way. Chen Yang directly interrupted the ice-faced man with a low but firm tone. I just said that the snow mirror was given to me as a reward, you can forget it, but this thing is mine. Huang Bin. Boss, can we just let it go? You are fierce, but my little brother doesn't have such terrifying strength as you. However, Huang Bin found that the current situation was completely out of control. Whether it's Daddy, or this ice-faced man, he can't afford to offend him. The ice-masked man looked at Chen Yang and still chuckled. You really don't cherish things so much. Chen Yang nodded. Yes, this is my virtue, and I will never let go of what is due to me. No, you are not for this thing, but for another reason. He was silent for a while, and then said with disappointment. I thought we could be friends, but it turns out that you just want to kill me. After finishing this sentence, even Chen Yang himself was stunned. Is this ice cub's feeling so rich? Chen Yang chuckled and said, actually, I didn't want to beat you to death, and I didn't even object to being friends with you. But, there is no way, the experience points given by the system are simply too much. With the existence of level 15, the experience value is already tens of thousands. In Chen Yang's opinion, the Iceman's real level is even higher than level 17. Moreover, his identity is very special. If this is killed, how much experience can I get? Of course, Chen Yang's real reason was not for the experience points, but the fantasy ice flower. This thing is already on me. Chen Yang believes that the other party will find out sooner or later. Rather than passively waiting to come to your door, it is better to kill him directly. Now he has reached level 15. Compared with the last time we met, he was much stronger. The Iceman looked at Chen Yang and finally said, you are stronger than last time, my avatar can't beat you. It seems that I can only give up this item. Just after he finished speaking, a force of ice appeared in Chen Yang's palm. Although, it just passed by. But the Iceman was shocked. He was silent for a while, and finally said, the last time you lied to me. You prostituted 2 of my items for nothing. Give me back. Chen Yang. Well, this guy's personality is a little bit similar to mine. I never lie, I really didn't know last time. Okay, let your real body come over, I will wait for you here. After finishing speaking, Chen Yang threw out his fiery fist again. The clone of the ice-faced man was shattered directly. Unfortunately, Chen Yang didn't gain any experience points. However, he had already expected this. I'll wait for you here. Huang Bin wanted to cry but had no tears. Company author, this small island of mine is about to become your battlefield. Chen Yang ignored him and directly brought the ice and snow goggle over. Identification technique. Item, snow mirror. Grade A. Ability, Guardian of Ice, refract ice sculpture. Remarks, this is a treasure with defense, substitute, and communication, but his origin seems to be unusual. Asterisk. Sure enough, it's a stand-in type prop. Of course, it is impossible for a substitute to be as miraculous as the Yichiwasanching in mythological novels. In the myth, after using the supernatural power of transforming 3 cleans into one breath, one has 3 selves, each with their own personalities. Once everyone is there, it will be 4 against 1, which can be said to be extremely powerful and overbearing. This stand-in is just a stand-in with a dull expression, who can speak for the master, and also possess part of the combat power. It is equivalent to a remote-controlled combat robot. However, this is still a treasure, very rare. If it can be strengthened, it may have unexpected effects. A level is already so powerful, so what about S level? Of course, this is not the point. Brother, do you really want to fight here? Huang Bin almost cried. Chen Yang looked at him and asked back, what is your ability? Just now I saw that you have a very powerful ice ability. This ice attribute ability actually gave him a somewhat familiar feeling. Hey, the item I got is called a frozen fruit. I don't know what it is, but, in order to survive, I have to eat it. Really? What the hell, it's worse than eating shit. Hearing his words, Chen Yang smiled. Because, the item that the other party got was the frozen fruit. I probably know what item you got. This item is very strong, cherish it. Among so many items now, frozen fruit is of course a very powerful item. In Chen Yang's mind, frozen fruit can be evaluated as A+. In the entire world of great navigation, Qingji, who holds the frozen fruit, is definitely one of the most calm people facing the sea. And it's the same in this world. Of course, the premise is that this person can make good use of and develop frozen fruits. Boss, this is really embarrassing me. To be honest, if I can, I really want to go home. I was originally going to be promoted to be the chief financial officer, Chen Yang ignored his wailing. In Chen Yang's view, Huang Bin is not a particularly good survivor. To be honest, the reason why he can survive until now is also because of the power of the frozen fruit, plus some luck. It doesn't mean to look down on it. No one is ready to cross from the beginning. Huang Bin suddenly plucked up his courage and asked, can you let me join your team? Chen Yang didn't think too long, just shook his head and refused. No, why? Combat power is fine, and you also said that what I control has great potential, right? Chen Yang shook his head and refused again. The ability to freeze fruit is really good. However, now he only has 5 places. Himself, Jianru, and Hu Jiqiu. Jianru is the invincible European emperor, indispensable. Hu Jiqiu has Zanpakudo and can practice ghosts. For the dead soul, she will have a natural bonus. As for Huang Bin's ability, he also has it. He came. Chen Yang has no time to pay attention to Huang Bin anymore. Now that he has made a decision, he will never change it. Besides, everyone has their own destiny. He looked into the distance. It came so fast. Normally, no matter how fast the speed is, it is impossible to reach this point. This is just 2 short sentences. So, it seems that he has already mastered abilities like teleportation. To be honest, such an ability really makes me a little envious. This point must be recorded. Perhaps it will be a variable during the battle. The white horse came suddenly, and suddenly the wind and snow were long. The temperature, which was already very low, has plummeted all the way, and it is now close to -100 degrees. Huang Bin is fine, after all, the ability he controls is frozen fruit. The cold will only be his strength. However, Hu Jiqiu couldn't stand it anymore. After all, her ability is Zanpakudo. Bloom Cup, Fame. She simply opened the initial solution state directly, let the petals fly, and then formed a unique defense field. The white horse is stepping forward, and the sound is like thunder. He walked up to Chen Yang, and said, when my clone was shattered just now, I made a mark here, and then teleported here. Chen Yang nodded, it really is this teleportation skill. The other party fell off the white horse, and then said. As you said, after I left, you got the fantasy ice flower. Chen Yang. Not bad. The ice-masked man said again. You are already very powerful, this fantasy ice flower is just icing on the cake for you. If you can give it to me, I, Alsace, promise to give you an S-rank item as compensation. This is my recognition of your strength, and it is also my kindness to my friends. Chen Yang shook his head. The two sides are of different camps. Nothing to talk about. Apart from letting him become his own experience, Chen Yang can't think of a more reasonable way to get along with him. Alsace was silent for a while, his tone became extremely solemn. Well, can you tell me your name then? You are a powerful opponent worthy of being respected. In a fight with you, it is impossible for me to use such suppressed power. I will use the ultimate strength that I can use to defeat you. For this reason, I hope to remember my respected opponent. Chen Yang lowered his eyebrows and thought about it, then said. Glad to have your approval, my name is Ace. Alsace said. Ace, well, I will remember the name and carve him on my trophy. Let's start. Ghost Dog. Chen Yang made a sudden attack and bombarded him with a punch. The crimson fist burst out with scorching power. Then, the head of a domineering dog appeared and bit Alsace directly. Alsace directly raised his hand, forming a wall of water. His movements are very elegant, obviously it is a world-shattering battle, but in terms of his performance, it seems to be a performance. Calm and at ease. What a powerful force. The ghost dog bombarded and shattered the ice surface directly. The flame finally began to burn on the island. Huang Bin ran back instinctively, his eyes filled with shock. Too strong. The aura that came out just now was many times stronger than the strongest monster he had ever met. And Hu Jicho's eyes are full of admiration. Alsace's body was surrounded by the flames of the ghost dog. However, he didn't panic, just spit out in one breath. The icy wind blew, and the flames of the ghost dog were all destroyed. Flame, magma, or really terrible human beings. If you are allowed to live, you will be a great existence of human beings. 17. Chen Yang lowered his brows and paid attention to this sentence, again. This shows that there are already very powerful human beings, enough to make people in other camps feel threatened. I'm going to show my real strength. In his body, there is an icy light shining past. Immediately, a very beautiful and sacred aurora appeared above his head. The aurora is shining, so fascinating. Then, Chen Yang found that when he was covered by the aurora, he seemed to be isolated from the world. Okay, Alsace explained. This is a field. With this field, I will not be watched by the rules of this world in a short time. In this way, part of my strength can be exerted. Based on the level of this world, I can have a combat power of level 18. Chen Yang's heart became serious. Level 18. The undead general who went to Yedo Island last time had a real level of 17. However, this Alsace is more than 10 times stronger than him. The identity of this Alsace is so special, so his strength will definitely be much higher than the same 18th level existence. Sure enough, it was a tough battle. It was at this moment that a piece of system information appeared in his mind. Dear Chen Yang, you are fighting the Prince of Ice and Snow Mountain. As long as you win this battle, you will get special rewards. Seeing this news, Chen Yang was taken aback. The Prince of Ice and Snow Mountain. No wonder, this guy is so special. With the identity of a prince on his back, it's different. Dear Chen Yang, your battle this time will be broadcast live on the public channel. Regardless of victory or defeat, you will receive 100 reputation points and 100 survival coins rewards. Zinema, live broadcast. The system, this is using Lao Su as a marketing tool. Your face and real information will not be seen, please rest assured to fight. Mosaic Me, Lao Su is really ha. In the public channel, a piece of information appeared, which directly caused everyone to explode. Island owner number 888 encounters the Prince of Ice and Snow Mountain, and the ultimate battle breaks out. Anyone who is not currently in a life and death crisis clicks on this message immediately. No, 0410, number 888 encounters the Ice Prince, it's going to be broadcast live. No, 7. According to what I know now, Ice and Snow God Mountain is a powerful faction, they believe in the god of ice and snow, and possess extraordinary powers. No, 9527. Wow, live broadcast, live broadcast, this chat channel can still be broadcast live. No, 0331, number 888, HMPH, I want to see how powerful your fighting power is. Quote. The screen finally appeared. Under the wrapping of aurora and fog, the figures of two people appeared. One of them has very obvious features, his body is surrounded by blue light, and endless cold air emerges from his body. One can tell at a glance that he is the prince from the so-called Ice and Snow Mountain. And the other, the body is not particularly tall, but very resolute and straight. Outside his body, flames and magma surrounded him, and powerful auras radiated to the surroundings. The cold air, before approaching, was directly evaporated. Not only that, even the ground under his feet seemed to be melting. I want to see my father's face. Looking at his body shape, my brother Fa is indeed from the dragon country. It's not a mistake, this little chick is actually our number one here. Mum, why is there a mosaic? I want to see my face. Geneva, the dog system will refund my money. Let's fight. Fire fist, dragon elephant fire fist. Chen Yang didn't know the opponent's strength, so he directly attacked. The flames erupted, and a fire dragon appeared. The flying fire dragon seems to be able to bite and burn everything. However, the aurora is shining, and an iceberg has stood up. Boom! The iceberg shattered, and the fire dragon disappeared. Alsace is still so elegant. He raised his hand again. Chen Yang felt something. Okay. This force appeared from under his feet. An ice thorn would directly pierce his body. Dog, don't talk about wood. However, he did not dodge or dodge, allowing the ice thorns to bombard his body directly. Surrounded by the true energy of 9 dragons, its defensive power is extremely astonishing. Next, several icebergs appeared in all directions, and Chen Yang fell into the frozen minister. What a powerful force! What level of power is this prince of the ice and snow mountain? 0.0. Qizhong, 410 boss, I don't understand, can you explain it? No. 7. This power should exceed level 15, but I don't know how powerful it is. No. 410. I have encountered a level 14 violent bear, it is very scary, but it is not enough to see. Death. So scary. A level 14 bear, unexpectedly, is not enough to see. No. 0331. The current strength of the Prince of the Ice and Snow Mountain should be above level 17, but not higher than level 19. This time, number 9527 did not come out to argue. No 0386 did not come out to show love either. Level 17 and up. Then, boss number 888, what level is it now? Everyone is human, why is there such a big gap? Because Jiwen was crushed into meatloaf. Facing the crushing iceberg, Chen Yang frowned, as if he was thinking. Elsa said, Ace, your strength is very strong, but your level is at a disadvantage after all. What I just said is still valid. Chen Yang, move. These icebergs themselves are very powerful, but I can smash them directly. His attribute values have already exceeded 1,000. This kind of quality, even if other island owners reach level 20, it is impossible to catch up. What's more, possessing the S-level skill, Dragon Elephant Prajna Kung Fu, makes him unparalleled in strength. However, breaking these icebergs will not be of much use. Because the real threat does not come from these icebergs, but from that aurora. Boom! One punch explodes. Flame Dragon King. The dog gnaws the red lotus. In an instant, a fire dragon and a magma hound appeared at the same time. The dragon, the head of the magma dog, let out a roar. The iceberg began to melt, and Chen Yang's coercion continued to increase accordingly. This is too cool. Oh my god, in the face of such ability, I will die, right? Number 7. Level 15. This number 888 has definitely reached level 15 or above. I have put in so much effort, and I have owned S-level items from the very beginning, so I am only close to level 11. Wait, that guy called just now, Ace, so the big guy's name is Ace. Finally I know, the boss's name is Ace. Someone said weakly. But, brother Fa looks like he's from the dragon country. This Ace seems to be named after the West, right? No. 9527, are you an idiot? I is my surname in Longguo, and it has existed since the Xia dynasty. My surname is I, and my name is C. What's the problem? No. 0331. Hehe, unexpectedly, you are quite knowledgeable. At first, I thought you were an ignorant person. Hehe, wait, could this be a fake name? You idiot, if you self-report your family name, there may be mistakes, but this is from the mouth of the enemy. The person who knows you best is always your enemy. Therefore, this must be the real name. That makes sense. Boom. The violent roar erupted from the incomparably explosive blow finally brought everyone's attention back to the battle. Chen Yang shattered the iceberg directly, and then directly counterattacked Alsace. But he knew it wasn't enough. He jumped up high, and then circled his hands. Flame on the outline. A ring of fire is formed. This circle of fire directly wrapped Alsace in it. The flames were more than 10 meters high, as if a wall of fire had been built directly, enveloping everyone in 420. Chen Yang looked calmly and said in a low voice, "Although it can't completely isolate your aurora, it's enough to limit it. Alsace, your fighting talent really surprises me. Moreover, your control over flames and magma has reached a level of fine detail, which is really amazing. But if it's just this ability, maybe it's not enough." Alsace finally stopped standing still. His body began to become blurred. Then, a cold light appeared from Chen Yang's back. "Okay, so fast. My agility attribute has already exceeded 1000, but now I absolutely cannot have such a terrifying speed. No, maybe it's not speed, but some kind of special skill." The cold light fell. Chen Yang's body turned into a flame and dissipated directly. Elementalize. Elementalization is one of the abilities of nature fruits. Some people say that this ability is a passive skill, but in fact, when you have enough control over the elements, you can release it at will. Oh, let your body turn into a flame to avoid my attack, I still underestimate you. However, such a move cannot be used a second time in front of me. Chen Yang, here we go again. The sense of danger comes from behind. Moreover, this time's attack also brought a chill that made him feel terrified. This kind of ability should be similar to armed color domineering chi in my 9 dragons true chi. It can ignore elementalization and directly hit me hard. Between lightning and flint, 9 dragon body protection, dragon elephant wisdom skill. Ho, ooh. The sound of dragon chant erupted, and Longwei was cast instantly. An extremely strange voice followed. Number 7. Blocked. Number 410. I just couldn't even see what was going on. So strong. Sitting on the dead body of a big bear, Xie Aben was extremely shocked. Just now, the power erupted by Ace is very similar to my King Kong immortality. But he clearly controls the ability of flames. Boss, how many things have you mastered? Big Boss Ace has exploded, it's too powerful. Blocked. Chen Yang raised his eyes and seized the opportunity directly. The galloping wind. The slaughtering scythe appeared directly in his hand, and then cut him horizontally. Okay. Elsa's appeared in figure, and shock appeared on his ice-like face. Unexpectedly, it was blocked. What a strong insight. What a terrible reaction. Also, his basic physique is simply abnormal. Among the top human beings I have come into contact with, it is unique to be able to reach such a level at this stage. Of course, there is the most important point. He has not displayed the ability of Fantasy Ice Flower until now. No, I can't continue to delay. After all, my aurora is time limited. The power of rules in this world will not disappear. Aurora is only temporarily avoiding the rules to a certain extent. As time goes by, it will not hold up. One strike determines the outcome. Alsace's body began to change. With his body as the core, endless ice suddenly appeared. At this moment, the earth turns into ice. The air, too, became ice. Chen Yang felt that the surface of every pore of his was covered with ice. Extreme state, ice world. Feeling the attack of such an oppressive force, Chen Yang also immediately understood that the time for a decisive battle has come. However, this trick is really terrifying. Ice world. Everything is frozen. Between the sky and the earth, all existence cannot escape. Unless I have the special power that can teleport, otherwise, no matter how fast I am, it's useless. What a terrible move. While Chen Yang sighed, he kept observing. However, I have a fantasy ice flower, which can be simulated, and I will be able to use this trick when the time comes. This time, fighting this Alsace would be of great benefit to Chen Yang. The best teacher may be your opponent. However, these are things for later. If he loses this battle, he will be notified of death. Decisive battle. That's fine. The dragon elephant was infuriating and running crazily. The power of the steel wrist. The power of armor. After the two blessing powers were applied, Chen Yang's power surged again. At the same time, the deepest part of his pupils also burned with flames. Flame Dragon Claw Fist, Flame Dragon King. The Dragon Elephant Prajna Kung Fu is due to the true energy of the dragon. In an instant, the flames exploded. Ice World versus Flame Dragon King. What happened? Look, this is a duel between flames and ice. It's too exciting, it's too exciting. Really, I want to go to the scene to watch it. At this moment, everyone was stunned. Hold your breath and concentrate, not willing to blink. The time for the decisive battle. Unfortunately, the more you want to see clearly, the more you can't see clearly. Ice collided with flames, and steam filled the sky. The live broadcast can only make them barely see two shadows. Is it the same attack again? Although it is very powerful, it is useless to me. Chen Yang ignored it, but kept urging to release the Flame Dragon King. The fire dragon became more and more fierce, and after colliding with the ice, the steam became more and more intense. It's time. At this moment, Chen Yang took a deep breath, and then roar of the dragon, ... As the wind blew, the Tianlong's roar turned into a terrifying shock wave, which spit out from Chen Yang's mouth. At this moment, Elsa's already realized something was wrong. This attack, from the beginning to now, Chen Yang has never used an attack method. After fighting with me for so long, this man actually still has hidden moves. I thought that the only card left in his hole was the Fantasy Ice Flower. What a horrible man. Not good. This attack can be combined with flames. This is a combined skill. Sure enough, the roar of Tianlong directly passed through the Flame Dragon King. The two are directly integrated into one. After the fusion, the size of the original fire dragon continued to skyrocket. It seems that it has swelled more than 10 times abruptly, and its power has also been directly strengthened by more than 10 times. The ice world is extremely terrifying and can imprison everything. However, this fire dragon is really too fierce. This is no longer an ordinary fire dragon, but a flame sky dragon. The roar of the flame dragon broke through everything. This wave shattered the ice, shattered the world, and finally landed on Elsa's. Duh. Boom 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 boom. Boom boom. It's terrible. I want to ask, is this island still there? I just want to know, is this a winner or loser? Fat Dad, F.A. Dad, you will definitely win. Father's name is Ace, please call him Big Brother Ace. I don't care, he is my father. It must be us humans who won. The island owners who can survive to the present are very smart. Why is the battle between the island owner of number 888 and this Ice and Snow Mountain 3 being broadcast live? Because, this is the duel between the peak power of the island owner and the power of the foreign camp. Ace, the owner of Island 888, is their representative. Dear Chen Yang, you have successfully defeated the clone of Ice and Snow Mountain Prince. Your experience value has increased, plus 25,000. You have doubled your experience points. You gained reputation, plus 100. Your survival coin, plus 100. Listening to the reminder of this message, Chen Yang often let out a sigh of relief. I won. Of course Chen Yang was very happy to have defeated such a formidable opponent. The experience value of 25,000 is 3.9, after doubling, it directly reaches the experience value of 50,000. Elsace, hee, sure enough, he is a good brother. I went to the mysterious Experience Island to brush a wave, and was warned by the mysterious existence, and as a result, I got around 30,000 experience points. And this good brother directly contributed 5W to himself. No more, no less, killing one of you will just let me step into level 16. Chen Yang looked at his current experience bar. Level 15, 71,888 50,000ths. The current me is close to 72,000 experience points, but I don't need to break through immediately. Let's see if we can save experience points, exchange them for strengthening points, and then strengthen them. After all, the 15th level is already the leader among the island owners in the A1 area. However, he is so powerful, but he is still a clone. Thinking about it this way, how fishy is the good brother himself? How high is his experience value? Chen Yang thought for a while. Hey, my good brother will definitely come to me again. As the days passed, the monsters that appeared in front of the island owners have become stronger and stronger. To some extent, it is the limit of this world, which has become lower and lower. So, I still want to become stronger as soon as possible. Dear Chen Yang, you will receive a special reward. Item: God of War Medal. Grade S. Function 1. Wearing medals, you can get the baptism of fighting spirit, strengthen your physique, spirit, etc. Function 2. God of War 1 sword slash, can burst out the lore God of War 1 sword slash when life is dying, the current medal can only burst once. Function. Guidance. Remarks: the medal of the God of War is an ancient thing. It is not only the embodiment of courage and strength, but also seems to be a guide to a mysterious place. Medal. The reward given by the system this time is actually this. The Ancient Temple of War. This name is just a fantasy. However, if you think about it carefully, the Ice and Snow Mountain, the Temple of War God, the undead. The origin of the world is God. Chen Yang smiled. It seems that the truth of this world should continue to be revealed. Finished. Finally, is it over? Huang Bin looked at the half-remained island and really wanted to cry without tears. However, his mood at this time was actually very excited and shocking. Powerful. This is really too powerful. In the battle just now, if the mysterious aurora hadn't enveloped him, causing the energy to spread. Am I already dead? Looking at this half-disappeared island, you can think of your own fate. If such an attack falls on me. Hiss, it's really hard to get right. Too ruthless. Here, 26 is the number one person today. Is our daddy strong? Dad, I really want to hug my thighs. Chen Yang walked over. Dad, take me, I will definitely work hard. Chen Yang shook his head indifferently. A decision that has already been made cannot be changed. Still that sentence, for me, it is not an indispensable talent. Maybe, we can cooperate in the future, I hope you can work hard. By the way, in this war, your island has suffered a lot, so this is for you. This is Juhua Yulu pill. It was given by the system when Chen Yang went to do the task for the first time. There are 9 pills in a bottle. Chen Yang didn't use it himself, so he gave him one. This elixir can make you recover instantly when you are seriously injured. To a certain extent, it can also save half of your life. I think it is very reasonable to use this pill to make up for the damage of the island. Do you want it? What else can Huang Bin say? Of course he wants it. Chen Yang thought for a while, and then said, in addition, I can give you an extra pointer. You have frozen fruits and can find ways to hunt monsters in the sea. The monsters in the sea are much stronger than those on the island. Of course, freezing fruits doesn't mean that they are not afraid of sea water, but that they can be frozen with strength. So, you have to find a way to purify yourself of the negative effects of fear of sea water. Huang Bin. Okay, thank you for your advice. Purify the negative effect of fear of sea water. Myself, there is such a thing. Although the ice-faced man is ruthless, he is really kind in his actions. The B-grade item I gave myself last time can do this. Boss, are you leaving? Can you stay here? My little brother will bring you tea and water. Chen Yang took out the wave breaker from the exclusive item column, and then took Hujichu on board. Work hard, live on, and hope we can meet again. Public channel. No. 4545. Woo, daddy already gone. No. 0410. Woohoo, is it really at your place? Can you tell me in detail what happened? No. 9910. That's right, brother, Ace was mosaic just now, isn't Ace handsome? No. 4545. I remember you were male, why are you so concerned about whether you are handsome or not? No. 9910. Because I'm ready to be inspoken by the boss. Number 9527. If you want, it's also the unspoken rule number. 0331. After all, she said that she is a big wave. Of course, I don't know if it's big or not, but it seems to be pretty rough. No. 9527. Hey, this guy is dead, why didn't he come to fight with me? Without her presence, I was really not used to it for a while. No. 410. Number 4545, the last blow, what happened? That's right, this live broadcast is really bad, let's take a look at the demeanor of the boss, but the live broadcast effect is terrible. Not to mention the mosaic, but even the most critical crit, it didn't let us see clearly. Bad review, really bad review. No. 4545. Brothers, let me summarize for you. 1. Let's have a father, very handsome, there is no doubt about it. Asterisk 2. In the end, he won. At the last blow, I saw a rebellious fire dragon soaring into the sky, as if I became the only one in the whole world. The power of the fire dragon is actually not particularly powerful, it just bombarded half of my island with the aftermath, that's all. 3. He has already left. I have not been able to board the ship, but number 4447 has already boarded the ship, and should have become a member of the crew. Hearing his words, several others were amazed. Hey, the island owner of number 4447 seems to be a big wave. Then, I remember number 8889, also a girl. Daddy is awesome, there are actually 2 girlfriends in this place. Number 9527, Geneva, I want a girlfriend too. No. 9910. Boss number 9527, you are quite active, and there should be no pressure to survive. Quote. Boss, I don't think there are many girlfriends now, do you want a boyfriend? No. 9527, go away. However, what he said actually made a lot of sense. Who can speak here easily if they are exhausted and constantly threatened with death? The frequency of the 9527 speech is almost higher than that of the 7th and 410th. Therefore, he is very likely to be a hidden boss. Time, 8th day 12 hours 33 minutes and 27 seconds. Fujichu asked, Big brother, where are we going now? Chen Yang actually wanted to go to that island to collect another wave of experience points, but after thinking about it, he decided to forget it. That mysterious existence had just warned me once, and if I went there immediately, it would be because I didn't take him seriously. If the existence of this level is really angry, the consequences may not be borne by oneself. Let's take a look around here first, maybe you can find other islands, pick up treasure chests and the like. Of course, the pursuit of treasure chests is not so strong now. First, the remaining 2 S-level treasure chests may have been taken away. A-level treasure chests are not very attractive to Chen Yang at all. Those below the A-level don't even need to look at them. Second, there are strengthening talents. However, the island itself is an important resource. Treasure chests can be regarded as scratch-off games. It is definitely better than nothing. By the way, see if there are any passable sea monsters, let you upgrade quickly. Her current level is level 8, she is too weak. Meaty girl, she has already reached level 9. Moreover, fleshy girl, now that there is a nanny, hunting sea monsters is simply more relaxed and enjoyable. Okay, for the next 3 hours, Chen Yang was helping Fujichu kill the sea monster. With the leadership of a strong man, Fujichu's experience value has skyrocketed. In just 3 hours, she was about to break through to level 10. Of course, this is mainly because her means of attack are too lacking. For those powerful level 11 or 12 sea monsters, even if she had to make up the knife, it would be a bit difficult for her. Big brother, I'm sorry to drag you down. I'll give you a shoulder massage. It can be regarded as a rare leisure time, Chen Yang has no objection. The wavebreaker, sailing the seas. Fujichu squeezed Chen Yang's shoulders to help him relax, which was quite comfortable. He closed his eyes, recalling the battle with Alsace. Really, 10 days. The existence of level 18 is just a clone. And this avatar is completely different from the one made by the ice mirror. What does the end of this world look like? The world we are passing through now seems to be the world of reincarnators 410. Of course, according to the setting of reincarnation novels, it travels through various story worlds. And they are in this ocean and island world, to survive. Right now, I'm level 15, and the existence I've seen so far is the level 49 Xingluo King Kong. As for the existence that warned him at the beginning, Chen Yang couldn't even guess how powerful he was. That is to say, at least I should let myself reach level 49 as soon as possible. Well, this is my little goal. 0331 on the island. At this time, Catherine was being illuminated by a ray of light. If someone is here and sees her at this time, she will definitely be shocked. She is so perfect now. Her curvaceous figure is definitely the perfect standard in the hearts of all men. Tall, stalwart, slender, round. However, this is not the point of attention. What is really attractive is the bunch of radiant wings behind her. Catherine, after a while, a void creature that has reached level 19 will appear in front of you. You kill it directly, and in this way your level will increase rapidly. From now on, you are a follower of the God of Light, and you are the God of Light walking in this world. Catherine opened her eyes with a smile on her face. Yes, I am the great God of Light, walking in this sinful world. I will definitely shoulder the mission and spread the mighty grace of the God of Light. But, I'm not going to become famous, am I? Liu Sheng Yidao became famous because he took refuge in the camp of the undead. Then, he was killed. That lofty voice came again. Don't worry, unless you kill other island owners indiscriminately, or touch the core of this world, otherwise, this kind of thing won't happen to you. That Liu Shengyi knife is a test product of the undead camp, and his prop Muramasa is also a very extreme evil knife. What's more, he is looking for death by himself, announcing his rebellion on the public channel. Let's upgrade the level first, there are tasks later. Catherine replied respectfully. Yes, my lord. A crack appeared in front of her. Then, a huge creature fell down. Catherine glanced at the creature, her heart almost stopped suddenly. This is a level 19 creature. Obviously, this creature is only short of the last point, and it will die. However, the coercion left by it is still so terrifying. If there is no mysterious power of holy light to suppress him, he will die. It's still more than a day away from the 10th day, and we will continue to capture these void creatures for you. In addition, we will arrange a battleship for you. Catherine said weakly. Battleship, I already have one. However, he captured a ghost warship. HMPH, how can the messenger of the God of Light ride on the warship of the filthy undead? Besides, our Lightbringer is A-level. Okay, I get it. Catherine tried her best and made up the knife successfully. Dear Catherine, you have successfully killed a level 19 void creature, and your experience value has increased by plus 23,000. Catherine's body trembled. 20,000, 3,000 points. Her voice was trembling. To break through level 10, you only need 5,500 experience points. Wait, me, why did I use only? Swell, it's nothing to be surprised about. Number 888, who ranks number 1 today, already has the ability to independently hunt and kill creatures above level 18. If you are surprised by this, then you will never catch up with him. Catherine calmed herself down. Indeed, she almost forgot about it. Okay, I see, I will continue to work hard. That number 888 ace, what kind of ability does he possess, that he is so strong? By the way, can you tell me the content of the mission in advance? The mysterious voice came again. I tell you, it doesn't really matter, find a way to get close to him, if you can, join his team. What? Catherine felt like a sand sculpture. Let me join his team. Isn't this acknowledging that you are good? This is the will of the God of Light, do you want to defy it? Catherine immediately lowered her head, and then said very reverently, it's not that I want to disobey your order, but I can't figure it out, why? The great God of Light actually wants to let himself take refuge in a mortal. If you have to ask why, it is him, very strong. Remember, your mission is, if you can get close, at any cost. Yes, I know. View properties. Island owner. Catherine. Number. Area A10331, 302. Level. 12 3,398 15 thousandths. Power. 311. Physical. 366. Agile. 389. Energy durable. 431. Reputation. 70. Exclusive item Angel Wings S rank please expand. Hala. The voice sounded again. Normally, as long as you can break through level 15, then your attribute value can reach more than 500 and a human being with an average attribute value of 500 has already become a saint, which is unimaginable by others. And if there is no special blessing, the attribute value of a level 15 human being should be between 360 to 400. Upon hearing this news, Catherine's heart was filled with surprises. She asked curiously, so, what should that guy's attribute value be? I don't know, Judging from the video of his last fight with the people from Ice and Snow Mountain, his stats should have broken through more than 700. Catherine's body trembled again. So tall. It's only going to be higher than that. This is also the reason for you to approach him. Well, you can continue to do things. At 18 hours 3 minutes and 8 seconds on the 8th day, Fujichiyu has successfully broken through level 10. Now she has really understood what is the joy of being a boss leading a newcomer. She followed behind Chen Yang, looking at Chen Yang with longing eyes. If it's me, don't talk about upgrading to level 10, I don't even know if I can survive. We, in this world, are trying to survive, but Chen Yang is enjoying life in this world. Chen Yang led Fujichiyu to the teleportation formation, and said, let's go, we will teleport back directly. Okay. Fujichiyu grabbed Chen Yang's hand and held it tightly. Will not let go, no matter what, it is impossible to let go. The transfer begins. Just after the teleportation ended, a fleshy sound was heard. Big brother, are you back? Hey, there is another sister. Fujichiyu is also looking at Jianru at this time. First impression. This is a very innocent and lovely girl, she has a good temperament, a good figure, and a very cute face. And, her relationship with Ace should be closer. Jianru looked at Fujichiyu, but she didn't have any thoughts, she just let herself float in the air and said. Big brother, I have broken through level 11. Oh. So fast. Even Chen Yang was surprised. After having a tyrannical exclusive pet, this girl's experience improvement speed has really taken off. Fujichiyu was even more dumbfounded. Already, level 11. I only reached level 10 under the leadership of Big Brother. Chen Yang touched Jianru's head, and said, okay, let's have a meeting. Oh. Fujichiyu was led into Chen Yang's cave. The further I walked, the more frightened I became. He is really here for vacation. Around the island, there are small magma pools. The magma pool exudes heat, making the number 888 island not cold, but rather warm. The vegetation on the island grows very vigorously. Fujichiyu also discovered that there were several high-level monsters on the island. At least in her opinion, is very high. The most powerful one, which has reached level 9, is an earth black bear. It has the ability to control the earth element, and its combat effectiveness is very strong. And this black bear, instead of attacking them, was more like a gatekeeper. Very honest. There are many more such beasts. Once inside, she saw the artificially reclaimed fields. In this field, there are lush plants growing. She knows. Dragon fruit, pineapple, banana tree. She doesn't know, can't name it, but exudes a seductive fragrance. Inside the cave, it is even warmer, and there are even 2 water springs. This is the water spring that my big brother and I used to take a bath, and the one over there is for drinking. Sister Chocho, don't make a mistake. Fujichiyu was taken aback, taking a bath. The picture of Chen Yang taking a bath with this girl appeared in her mind. Jianru said again, in the future, my sister will also be here together. Oh, want everyone together. Is this girl better at playing than me? Chen Yang directly explained. Don't get me wrong, this is a living spring, and taking a bath here can quickly restore physical strength. I specially developed it. Also, for the sake of safety, it is impossible to take a bath together, and they all take turns. Oh, not together. Unexpectedly, a little disappointed. Chen Yang didn't know what this woman was thinking. He solemnly took out a card. This is the team building card. Now, I want to officially confirm that our team is formed, and the current members are only the 3 of us. Confirm the formation of the team, please enter the initial number of the team members. Reminder 1. After setting up a team member, information will be shared with each other. Reminder 2. The leader of the team has absolute rights, including the allocation of experience points and resources. Reminder 3. This item card is a consumable item, you can choose whether your team is an open organization. Chen Yang carefully read the rules one by one. Please enter the name of the team. Once entered, the team will officially take effect. Chen Yang chuckled and said, as long as you enter the team name, our team will officially take effect. Because we formed a team in a cave, I think it's called a cave, how about it? Jianru, Fujichiyu, quote. This is not good. Really, is it that casual? I think, why not call it the Wavebreaker? Chen Yang. Okay, then it's called the Wavebreaker. Hu Jiqiu. I always feel that you are playing badly. The team is officially born. Announcement. Area A1, the first team has officially entered into force, team name, Wave Breakers. In the public channel, everyone has received this reminder. No, 9527. Daddy FA, Boss Ace, Brother FA, is it too late for me to apply to join now? Hey, 0331 well, this fool didn't come to kill me. I also want to apply to join. By the way, after joining the team, what are the benefits? Please ask. Li Haojiao. The public channel became lively again. However, Chen Yang does not look at these. Hu Jiqiu also read the team's information. She suddenly exclaimed. Wait, big brother, your name isn't Ace. Once the team takes effect, the most basic information can be seen by each other. Of course, the captain can set this point. In other words, if the captain is willing, he can make it impossible for new members to see the basic information of other players. The original name of Big Brother is Chen Yang, no wonder he is so popular. Chen Yang. Is there any relationship between my word and top? Well, I lied to that guy last time. By the way, try to hide your real names as much as possible, don't tell others easily. At this moment, Chen Yang, Jianru, and Hu Jiqiu received a message at the same time. Dear Wavebreaker team, now the first team is released. Yun. Team mission. There is still this thing. I knew it, the things in this system are not easy to get. The cold winter has come to an end, and spring is coming. When the severe cold is about to pass and everything is about to grow, an important crisis has appeared on the Elf Island. Mission. Please follow the given sea chart to find the lost Moon Elf family in this world. Task 2. Communicate with the Moon Elf family to solve their crisis. Tip. Since you are the first team mission, the island you belong to will be protected during the mission. As the mission notification sounded, a nautical chart appeared in the minds of the three of them. Spirit Island. Jianru was a little excited. In this world, there really are such things as elves. What's so strange about this? Undead, Ice and Snow Mountain, Misty Ghost, Ghost Assassin. We have all traveled to this world, so how can we feel strange? Jane nodded weakly and said, yes, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the elves. Big brother, I have seen it before, and said that elves are a very beautiful and kind race. Chen Yang warned again. Girl, you have to understand that we are trying to survive, so don't have naive thoughts about anything or anyone. Okay, cherish the time, you have enough energy first, and then go straight away. The two of you can take a dip in the hot spring to restore your energy to full level. I'll go outside and check. Although they have reached level 10 or above, their spirit points are very high. But you also need to rest and relax. Of course, the more important thing is that he needs time to think. Then again, these two teammates can still get along very well. When Chen Yang walked out of the cave, he could still hear the communication between the two of them. Ah, Sister Chocho, you have a really good figure, let's take a bath together, we are all girls anyway. This is a soft voice. Well. Unexpectedly, Hu Jiqiu was still shy. We can warm the big brother's bed together in the future. Chen Yang withdrew his attention, and then began to return to the current island. I'm on the island now, and I already have creatures of the highest level 9. Because of Maodin's presence, these creatures have instead become the guards on my island, which is very good. Modin, come here. After a while, Maodin came over wheezing. Today's hairy egg has grown to the size of an oversized freight truck. The truck form of Optimus Prime in the film and television drama is almost the same as him now. Are you going to level 6 already? Very good. The level of Maodin is improving very quickly. At this level, it has already caught up with many island owners. And because of his special bloodline, his fighting power is already very exaggerated. Absolutely can run amok. However, in Yang's opinion, this little guy can continue to be cultivated. It's only A level now, and I can already have such strength. If I can be promoted to S level, I'm afraid my Maodin can become the overlord of the ocean. In the past, the experience value was not enough, but now, it can give you an upgrade. Directly strengthen Maodin's bloodline to S level, then at the same level, his strength will be stronger, definitely a super boss level existence. Without hesitation, Chen Yang, are serious about investing in children's education. Immediately, a golden light flashed, and it directly sank into the minister of the body with the hand egg. As the light flickered, Mao Dan's body began to change again. First of all, nature is body type. He went from his original big truck size, all the way up. Thanks to the fact that island number 888 is already very large, otherwise, the island really wouldn't be able to accommodate this little guy's body. Moreover, on the back of this little thing, spikes appeared one by one. However, this spike seems to be able to shrink arbitrarily with thoughts. Then, under the tortoise shell of the little thing, there was still a hidden flame, burning blazingly. This flame is very extraordinary, the temperature is extremely high, and it can be easily melted and concealed. Modern actually has the characteristics of a magma fruit. Strengthen the bloodline to S level, consume 100 enhancement points to strengthen successfully. Species: Basalt Dragon Turtle S. Level 6. Ability: Super Large Water Cannon, Meteor Volcano, Magma Heavy Artillery, Ridicule. Remarks: Get stronger, as long as I keep getting stronger, I can eat gods. Chen Yang looked at Mao Dan's identification information, he was surprised and delighted. Strong. Maodan now has a lot of abilities. Functional taunt skills, offensive magma, water cannon, etc. Of course, his own power is the biggest lethal force. Even if it is a monster above level 10, no matter how hard it is, it can be torn directly. He is only a level 6 child now, but he already possesses such a domineering ability. This is the S-rank bloodline. He rubbed Maodan's head angrily, and then laughed. Can eat gods, ha ha ha, little things have potential. The little guy still enjoys Chen Yang's petting very much, just like a docile dog. It's just that his size is getting bigger and bigger now. From a distance, Chen Yang looks like a car washer, cleaning it. For this group task, I will take you with me and let you have fun outside. The current Maodan already has an S-class bloodline, and has great potential. Must focus on training. Chen Yang feels that in the future, he will be a very powerful support. Now I have a team, but my core is still myself. The role of the team is to improve better and faster. If you need to sacrifice your own development to lead your teammates, it is actually not cost-effective. So, no matter what, Chen Yang will never forget the real core factors. Become stronger. By the way, I will take you to that Skull Island next time. There are too many high-level monsters there. Let you go there to improve your strength. After the S-level bloodline, Maodan has become even smarter. After hearing this, his eyes lit up immediately, and he looked extremely excited. If you can continue to fight and kill, you will continue to have fresh meat to eat. And with fresh flesh and blood, you can keep getting stronger. Maodan's huge size is no longer suitable for wanton activities on the island. After a wave of excitement, he dived directly into the sea. The nearby sea area has become its territory. I used 10 CGBF 0 strengthening points to strengthen Maodan, which means I still have more than 600 strengthening points. 600 strengthening points can strengthen a lot of things, but right now, I don't have anything that urgently needs to be strengthened. Killing Scythe and Eagle of Death can be considered to be enhanced to S level. However, the current self has the Avenger's Whisper, which is also an S-level weapon. This gets a bit repetitive. Chen Yang lowered his head, looked at the ground under his feet and fell into deep thought. Suddenly, a light flashed. Why can't I strengthen my own island? After being selected into this mysterious world, our foundation is on the island, so if we strengthen the island, what can we get? Only then did Chen Yang realize that until now, he had never identified his own island. Identification technique. Island number 0888. Island level C level plus, average level C. Features: the fertile land can grow dense vegetation, and it can also allow powerful wild animals to grow, refreshing every day. Remarks: in any case, please protect your island, it may be the foundation of your survival. According to the identification technique instructions, all the islands are sea level. As for why his island is C+, it may be because he got the expansion reward from the system last time. Since there is a level, it can be strengthened. Strengthen the island. The first time to strengthen, need 100 strengthening points. From C plus enhancement to B level, actually need 100 enhancement points. HMPH, only 100 enhancement points. Done. The mentality of Chen Yang now is completely different from before. In the past, even 10 strengthening points could make him feel distressed for a long time. But now, what is 100 reinforcement points worth? That's 10,000 experience points. Go to the mysterious Skull Island to vote, and you will have everything. Enhancement completed. Your island has been upgraded to B level and has become an island full of aura. The growth of plants has been increased by 300%, and the level limit of animals on your island will be raised to level 19. Your island has expanded 5 times. Made money. On the basis of the original, the land has been directly expanded by 5 times. The islands of other island owners seemed very small in front of him. In addition, the crops on my island already have special effects. If the speed increases by 300%, it means that I can eat spiritual fruits every day. In other words, in terms of eating, I am already far ahead of other island owners. In addition, the monster level limit of my island is already higher than other island owners. After reaching level 15, it is beyond the reach of other island owners. The rule of the island is that after the highest level monster is killed, it will be refreshed. However, if the monster is not beheaded, it can continue to be cultivated. Why does he now have level 9 monsters, and level 8 monsters? I can make all the monsters on my island level 15. Now, a level 15 monster is a super boss in the eyes of others. And on your own island, there will be hundreds of level 19 monsters visiting the nursing home. Hu Jiqiu and Jianru were stunned by the changes outside. The two of them ran out of the hot spring immediately, and they just put on simple animal skins. This is. Looking at the island that had begun to change, they were so surprised that they could no longer speak. Chen Yang just said, "It's nothing, it's just that the island has been upgraded. Pack up, and we'll be leaving right away. This is our first team task. As you can imagine, there must be a lot of rewards. Before I leave, I must emphasize to you, although everyone is chatting very well in the chat channel, no matter who you are, don't blindly trust anyone. Except for the 3 of us, everyone else is a potential enemy." Jianru was very straightforward, shaking her head. Hu Jiqiu also said solemnly, "Well, I won't trust anyone but you." The 2 girls understand very well that Chen Yang is their reliance. I'll get on the boat first, and input the nautical chart into the positioning. I have a hunch this is a very interesting start. Their contact with that mythical or legendary race has officially begun. On the number 7 island, Qin Qingqing's eyebrows shone with incomparable confidence. Just now, she has also harvested her important props, group card. Phew, the current me is level 13. Such a level filled her with pride. Sure enough, if you want to quickly increase your level, you still need to go outside to hunt powerful monsters. I have the feather of the wind. Now, I can fly freely at a height of about 2,000 meters, as long as my physical strength is not exhausted. I have a new S-level item, and it's all good. In Qin Qingqing's palm, a scepter appeared. On the scepter, there is a light blue orb. However, this orb is not real, the inside is actually wind. The endless wind was compressed inside, and the orb endowed the scepter with infinite power. If I hadn't obtained the strategy before entering this world, it would be impossible to obtain this scepter. Storm Scepter, an S-rank item. With the scepter, you can control the storm, form a terrifying tornado, and turn the wind into a shield that blocks everything or a blade that cuts through everything. The world we are in now is a world created by the gods with supreme power. It is full of infinite dangers, but there is also a glimmer of life hidden, and there is still a chance to become stronger. And in this world, you can get different inheritances. I was very lucky to get the items of the Goddess of Storms, and I don't know what kind of items and abilities that Ace of number 888 got. Ace, is that the guy's real name? Certainly not. This is a very cautious person. So, this will definitely not be his famous minister. It would be great if he could join my team, what a pity. With such a strong person joining, then his team is bound to grow even stronger. However, although he can't join my team, at least he won't be an enemy. I can already be sure that he is from Dragon Kingdom. I must find a way to contact him. I can't pull him into the team, but I must also become a friend. On this day, the public channel was surprisingly quiet, and no one was online. Because, powerful people are now working hard to improve their own strength, hoping to improve their level as much as possible before the evaluation comes. But the strength is weak and moves, has been hovering on the edge of life and death. Of course, he has no ability to chat with the water group. Day 8, 21 hours 7 minutes and 33 seconds. With Jianru and Hu Jiqiu, Chen Yang finally arrived at the destination island. What a quiet island. Now the wavebreaker is still about 3 kilometers away from the island. And from here on, the sound disappeared. The waves are flowing. The wind is still blowing. The sails of the wave breaker were still shaking. However, there was no sound at all. A true silent zone. Big brother. Jianru wanted to call Chen Yang, but she couldn't even hear her own voice. Hu Jiqiu moved slightly closer to Chen Yang, which was an expression of extreme insecurity. Chen Yang thought for a while, and then spoke directly in the team channel. Don't be afraid, I will land on the island as soon as possible. It is only about 3 kilometers, and it only takes a minute for the wavebreaker to pass by. This is still under the condition of seeking stability. Wavebreaker, keep going. The surrounding fog suddenly increased. It was clear that the night sky was very clean just now. Why did such a thick fog suddenly appear? The fog blocked the lights of the wavebreaker, and the line of sight directly reached the lowest point. And this place is the silent zone. In other words, if you encounter an attack in this place, you can even be aware of it. The detection equipment of the wavebreaker is also malfunctioning. Chen Yang immediately opened up his mental power. My spiritual power has also been blocked. With the expansion of his spiritual power, he could already control the movement within a kilometer. But now, this distance has been compressed to less than 100 meters. Chen Yang sent a message directly on the team channel. Ru, float up. Ru, yes. Immediately, the wavebreaker floated directly. Hu Jiqiu was stunned when he just found out the ability of his teammate. It's okay, like this. Sharp. Chen Yang's mental power continued to cover, just at this moment. Humph. The slaughtering scythe appeared in his hand, and a gleam of light burst out from his eyes. The wavebreaker just floated up. A terrifying figure has suddenly appeared. In the psychic induction, this is a creature with a human body and fish tail that is completely black and wrapped in special power. The body size is not particularly huge, but it is about double that of a normal human being. The human body is almost naked, only a small part is covered by scales. And that fish tail is very strong. In their hands, they also held something similar to a 3-headed harpoon. This creature. A word flashed through Chen Yang's mind, Naga. Identification technique. Race. Dark Naga. Level 15. Skills, silent song, stealth, plagiarism and killing. Sure enough, it's a Naga, and it's still a dark Naga. If it wasn't for my mental strength being so strong that I could pinpoint her existence, even the wavebreaker would not be able to withstand its piercing attack. The wavebreaker is A level, but this Naga is actually 15th level. No wonder, I didn't get the first active task issued by the system until I reached level 15. This one comes out casually, and it is directly level 15. Normal people, who can stand it? It is also because of his own strength. Otherwise, the group will be wiped out without success. Harvest. The slaughtering scythe cut down, and Naga, level 15, was killed with one blow. The actual combat capability of this Naga should be stronger than ordinary level 15 creatures. However, it's not enough in front of me. I can kill it easily. Your experience value increase, plus 955. Your team member Jianru has gained experience points, 600. Your team member Hu Jiqiu has gained experience points, 600. After slaying Naga and collecting her items, Chen Yang returned to the wavebreaker once again. Chen Yang typed directly. It's a level 15 Naga, and there may be many more below. But don't worry, these Naga don't have the ability to fly, so it's basically safe for us to pass through the air. Jianru smiled sweetly, very satisfied. It's great to be able to reflect your value. Hu Jiqiu also squeezed out a trace of a smile, but there was always a kind of fear. Because, she is not good enough. She didn't do anything so far, but received a wave of experience points, which made her feel a little panicked. Fatty, you guys fly here first, I'll go down and deal with the sea monster, and then I'll give you a part of the experience points. Chocho, you go to the control room. Ruru's ability only makes the boat float. As for the direction, you need to control it. Okay, yes. Chen Yang landed again from the wavebreaker. The experience value of team missions will be shared with teammates. This has greatly reduced the improvement of my experience points, but the problem cannot be viewed this way. Jian Ru is Uhuang, and she is also a person with such a sky-defying ability as Piao Piao Guo. As long as her strength improves, it will be of great assistance to the team. Chocho's ability is Zanpakudo, which is only the beginning of solution at present, but if he can successfully solve it, his personal combat ability will be further improved. In the future, it will have a huge effect on fighting souls and the like. In fact, Chen Yang thought very clearly about the respective arrangements of the two players. I can only take them a little way. They must learn to become stronger and grow alone. Even in the original stable and prosperous society, people may show their own value. What's more, this is the killing world. The silent sea is full of fog. Although my mental power can detect them in advance, it is difficult to kill them with one blow. His mental power can sense that Naga is approaching, but they will not directly attack this time. Probably the last Naga was ruthlessly beheaded, which gave them a huge burden. So these hairy things played a harassment strategy. This is looking for his flaws. But it doesn't matter. It's hard to scout, so don't scout. A blue light flickered in Chen Yang's eyes. Ice Age, you like guerrilla games, don't you? Go straight to death. Today's Chen Yang is becoming more and more proficient in the development of fantasy ice flowers. It became easier and easier to use a large-scale move like Ice Age. Crack, clack, although this is a sea of silence, Chen Yang seems to have heard such a voice. The Ice Age can freeze even the ocean. Of course, freezing the ocean doesn't mean completely freezing the entire ocean, it's just that extremely thick ice appears on the sea surface. According to my current strength, it is enough to be frozen below 15 meters above the sea surface. Moreover, freezing within a certain range can almost be said to be smooth. As the horror of freezing continues, Naga is constantly being killed directly. Your experience value has increased, plus 711. Your experience value has increased, plus 887. My God, how can my experience value increase so quickly? Jian Ru covered her mouth, she was too scared to speak. Even if the mother bird helps her gain experience, it's impossible to be so fast. This speed, and Hu Jiqiu was even more shocked. Strong, really too strong. The speed of this kind of level improvement is now up to me, and it won't be long before I can reach level 11. This is just the beginning of the team mission. This is the legendary Lai Lai. Chen Yang has long been accustomed to such things. Although the current experience value has increased rapidly, it is far from when I was arrogant on Skull Island. Just a small scene. Are these Naga the trouble of the elves? Wait, there's Yin Gai. It was clearly a sea of silence, but Chen Yang's mind suddenly had a burst of singing. The singing is melodious and the melody is moving. People can't help but want to sleep. Psychic attack. This should be the skill of the Naga clan, Song of Silence. Boom boom boom. The ice surface, shattered, a huge shadow, began to appear dirt. Boom boom boom. The appearance of such a terrifying existence should be accompanied by an earth-shattering bang. But at this time, no. This height is already close to 300 meters. Although it is still far behind Xingluo King Kong, among the creatures I have encountered so far, it is definitely second to none. Identification technique. Species. Sea Titan. Grade. 19. Attack. War Trample, Throw. Remarks: this is a very powerful species, with extremely high defense, and at the same time, it is infinitely powerful and has a bad temper. Sea Titans. It must be a very powerful Naga who used the silent song to invade my spirit, plus the appearance of this Sea Titan. I really didn't expect that the mission has just begun, and it is this difficult. It is directly level 19 Sea Titan, so the hidden Naga is definitely more powerful. However, we have to look at the problem from a different angle. The Sea Titan is level 19, and the Naga behind it may be even higher. Therefore, as long as they are killed, it will be another wave of fat. Thinking of this, Chen Yang's eyes burst out with a determined killing intent. Then, kill it. The magma fruit erupted, surrounded by flames. The body is as hard as a rock, isn't it? Then, 090, directly melted your stone. Ghost dog. The power of the steel wrist. The magma hound appeared without any fanfare, and directly pounced on the tall body of the sea titan. The sea titan is exposed to the light, so it can be said to be a high-quality and dynamic meat shield. Therefore, I must give priority to killing him. Magma swallowed the sea titan. The body of the sea titan swayed, and the surrounding sea water splashed all of a sudden. Such a big movement, still no sound. Suddenly, the waves spread out irregularly with him as the core. Then, huge waves hundreds of meters high formed. What's even more frightening is that after the huge wave was formed, it was obviously pulled by a certain force, and it directly rushed towards him. What a powerful wave! Is this the trampling of war? No, war stomp is an area of effect skill, so it can't directly target and cause damage to me. So, it was the Naga who made the move. This Naga was hidden in the dark, and even his spiritual power could not find it. However, now that you are guiding the waves, I can find you. Because, even if it is guided by spiritual power, it is absolutely impossible to be water without a source. Spiritual power must also have a source. However, within the scope of the silent song, my mental power is obviously still disturbed. If it is a person whose mental strength is not strong enough, he will gradually become insane due to falling into the silent field. This situation can be explained by claustrophobia. Here, this claustrophobia will be directly magnified hundreds of times. However, Chen Yang's mental power is strong enough. So, he can resist the pressure. However, the interference with mental power still exists, making it impossible for him to accurately judge the existence of Naga. A Naga who knows how to play tactics, right? In that case, facing the approaching and aggressive waves, Chen Yang did not dodge or dodge. He directly let his body crash into the big wave. An incomparably terrifying power is devouring his body. However, at this moment, Chen Yang was extremely at ease. I have the 9 dragons' true chi body protection, so I am not afraid of the waves at all. What's more, I have a level 5 dragon ball, and I am the king of the water. The SS level Dragon Ball is not only capable of avoiding water, but has the ability to control water. Among the water waves, Chen Yang is more like a dragon. Found it. Following the induction of the water flow, Chen Yang finally confirmed the existence of the other party. The Dark Naga who came up to assassinate him earlier belonged to Shida. However, the Naga locked at this time, unexpectedly, looks very good looking. The standard Western delicate face, high nose bridge, sharp edges and corners. Of course, the most amazing thing is the high raised part of the chest covered by fish scales. The reason why Chen Yang pays attention here is not because of interest. Instead, there is a weird mirror on the chest. In the mirror, did a phantom flash across. This reminded Chen Yang of the ice mirror he seized from the Iceman Alsace. This is most likely a clone. Although they are different props, their functions should be similar. As expected of a high-level creature, its intelligence is really extraordinary, and it knows how to use its body. However, for me, that's not too much of an issue. Now, I don't need to know your precise location, as long as I can lock you, that's enough. Ice Age. Chen Yang doesn't talk too much, you are hiding it, right? Then, simply start another Ice Age. The power of the fantasy ice flower made him more familiar with freezing, and he had almost unlimited power. The outbreak of the Ice Age was really too fast. And this time, it is even stronger than the one just cast. The body of that Saiga just started to blur, but it was directly sealed by ice. With Chen Yang as the center, within a radius of 100 meters, it instantly turned into ice. And it was at this moment that Dream Ice Flower seemed to have a sense. Okay, Chen Yang was surprised at first, because this was the first time Dream Binghua had such a reaction. Afterwards, he turned his eyes and immediately shouted, I found you. In fact, he was still surprised at this time. Because, it wasn't that he found the other party just now, but the fantasy ice flower locked the other party. Dream Ice Flower, it still has this function, it really surprises me. This is another new discovery besides the power of ice, provided by Dream Ice Flower. Chen Yang had anticipated the ability of dreaming ice flower, and it was definitely not just the word, ice. Otherwise, it is impossible for the ice and snow mountain to be so important. However, this matter can be discussed later. Now that he has caught the trace of the other party, how can he be polite? Scythe of Slaughter, slash. Suddenly, an arc moon flashed. The Scythe of Slaughter uses the simplest and most direct way to kill directly. The figure of the real Naga finally emerged. The real body has the ability to be invisible, and can create a clone to confuse the opponent. This Naga has a very high combat IQ, I appreciate you very much. Because I admire you, I directly killed you in the most domineering way. The slaughtering scythe was suddenly trapped. There is a force, I can't say how strong it is, but it is like a quagmire. Okay, my slaughtering scythe can't break the defense. The 20th level Naga stared at Chen Yang coldly. Her face is really beautiful. Especially the red lips, which seem to exude endless allure. The technique of mere charm has no meaning to me. As the A-level slaughtering scythe unable to directly break the defense. In fact, as long as Chen Yang continues to exert strength, he can definitely break through this defense. But Chen Yang doesn't want to continue to increase his strength. Then, let's strengthen it directly. If a worker wants to do a good job, he must first sharpen his tools. S-level weapons have higher harvesting efficiency, so why not do it? Now, what Chen Yang needs most is strengthening points. Enhancement completed, get S rank, Scythe of Destruction. Function, harvesting, has the effect of beheading for objects in a seriously injured state. Defense breaking, possesses a powerful defense breaking ability, ignoring S-level items and 30% of the defense. Blood sucking, killing with the Scythe of Destruction can gain part of the opponent's vitality and restore the energy lost by oneself. Chen Yang grinned, excellent. The upgraded S-rank Scythe of Destruction is much stronger than the original slaughtering scythe. Aside from the increase in his sharpness, these new functions can also be called invincible. Cut again. With the same strength, he swung the sickle again. The powerful slash that can directly turn seawater into a vacuum appeared again. In addition to Naga, there is indeed a layer of light blue water wave shield. During the first slash, the slaughtering scythe broke through the first layer of membrane defense, but sank deep into the second layer. But this time, the Scythe of Destruction has no barriers, directly breaking through the defense. Impossible. Chen Yang's eyes flashed. There's noise. The field of silent song was broken. Gululu. Sure enough, at this moment, the sound of water waves and Na's sharp voice appeared. But also at this moment, Chen Yang felt that his heart beat a little faster. Galloping wind, kill. The huge sickle directly crossed the body of this Naga. It took only half a minute for Chen Yang to attack the Sea Titan, then suddenly change the target, strengthen the killing scythe, and finally kill this Naga. Dear Chen Yang, you successfully killed a level 20 Naga, your experience value has increased, plus 13,511. At this time, Jianru and Hu Jichou's experience points also increased. However, they increased by 3,800 points respectively. In other words, this level 20 Naga directly contributed nearly 14,000 experience points. Although this experience value is still 4.2, it is not as good as Chen Yang's good brother, Alsace. But, it's rich enough. My good brother is only level 18, and he is a clone, with more than 20,000 basic experience points. Sure enough, guys with backgrounds have higher experience points. Chen Yang suddenly looked forward to it, hoping that his good brother could visit him again. Moreover, I hope that when he comes next time, his avatar will be at a higher level. Hey, there's a Sea Titan. High Titan is actually the exclusive pet of this Naga. As soon as Naga died, it immediately fell into a berserk state. It was very easy for Chen Yang to kill this big guy. Its powerful armor is completely meaningless in front of the S-rank Scythe of Destruction. Level 15, 86,888 50 thousandths. My experience value is nearly 90,000. Quote, the more experience points are spent, the more it feels like, it's really great. In order to spur myself, let's raise the level first, otherwise I'm really floating. Upgrade. Congratulations, dear Chen Yang, you have reached level 16, and your basic 5-dimensional value has increased. Power. 1030. Physical. 1470. Agile, 1386. Energy durability, 1620. Chapter 71. Chen Yang glanced at his numerical value. The 5-dimensional value has increased by about 300 on average, but the spiritual power has increased so much. The improvement of mental power may not only be brought by the upgrade, but also the effect of the fantasy ice flower. It was at that moment when the level 20 Naga cast the invisibility method and wanted to sneak attack herself. The dreamy ice flower suddenly had a change. It was at that moment that when there was movement, the mental power was directly promoted. Dragon Ball and Fantasy Ice Flower both have the effect of improving the body and nourishing the spirit. However, the role of Dragon Ball is obviously more inclined to the flesh and blood. And the Dreamy Ice Flower is the spirit. When it comes to spirit, combined with the word dream, Chen Yang probably has a direction. Research and develop it carefully, there will definitely be surprises. However, let's log into the island first. Chen Yang stepped on the waves slowly, and then walked towards the island. Jianru and Hujiqiu, let's float in the air first. After all, he couldn't guarantee whether the elf island was safe or not. Of course, the strength of the two girls has actually reached level 11 or above. Unless you encounter a high-level existence above level 15, otherwise, there will not be much danger. Whoosh! An arrow flew towards him at high speed. On the arrow, there is a silver light, and there is a breath of wind. It's very powerful, enough to kill a level 12 common monster. Chen Yang didn't move, because the arrow only landed half a meter in front of him. The other party didn't have any killing intent, it was more like a warning. Bath, bath, bath. After a light sound, a creature dressed in black leaping appeared. Outsiders, stop. Chen Yang glanced at the other party. He was an elf man, a little taller than himself, but his face was still delicate. There were 2 blue marks on his face. Ears are the most distinctive feature, pointed. There was another sound, and several female elves also appeared. Compared with males, female elves are indeed easier to remember. He has a hot body and a delicate face. The most noticeable thing is her pupils, with a touch of silver hidden in the depths. Outsiders, this is an island belonging to elves, please don't get close. The attitude is still sincere, and there is no tacky routine of starting with arrogance. Chen Yang said, don't be nervous, I am here to help you, I have no malicious intentions. I want to see your elf elders. The 2 elves looked at each other, and then the male elf said, are you a brave man from outside? Huh, oh, sort of. The female elf's tone changed, with a bit of respect. No wonder, you were able to cross the silent sea, it turned out to be Mr. Brave. Dear Mr. Brave, we can take you to meet the elders, but I hope you can bring this. Sorry, this is for safety reasons. After the female elf finished speaking, the rare elf handed over a pair of handcuffs. The handcuffs are very delicately crafted, with complicated patterns engraved on them. Chen Yang glanced at it, and the appraisal result appeared immediately. Item: elf handcuffs. Function: after wearing it, it can make people lose power. Remarks: if the physique is particularly high, it can be exempted from the control. The male elf handed it over respectfully. Dear Your Excellency, please cooperate. Chen Yang shook his head and said, I'm here to help you, not your prisoner. I want to see your elders now. Just as he finished speaking, the elves in the row behind all raised their longbows. The female elf said again, sincerely, dear brave man, this is only temporary. I hope you will abide by our rules. Chen Yang. The elves, indeed, are an arrogant race. They are indeed the elements of Western mythology, carrying the arrogance of the West. After speaking, he strode forward. I came to help you, but you still want to be handcuffed. HMPH, could it be that I'm a fool? If you don't want to cooperate, you don't have to cooperate. My lord, please don't mess around. Chen Yang, you don't respect me at all. From Chen Yang's body, an invisible coercion began to be released. Several elves were about to open their bows and arrows. However, an invisible pressure suddenly appeared. It was like a huge boulder pressing on their shoulders. Pressure on their hearts, and every corner of their bodies. Plop! Several elves fell one after another. The female elf captain's complexion changed drastically. The male elf gritted his teeth for support, and then rushed towards Chen Yang directly. Human, you have touched the taboo of elves. However, he only took 3 steps, and then fell down powerlessly, his whole body trembling. In fact, these 2 elf captains are not bad, level 12. However, they couldn't even stand in front of Chen Yang. I don't like being unhappy with each other. After all, I'm here to help you. If you don't like it, I can go. Of course, if you have any excessive actions, I can also help you to get rid of it. As long as these elves are dead, then they will have no difficulty. Listening to Chen Yang's words, a figure finally appeared slowly. This is an elf elder, female. She is beautiful, more beautiful than other elves, and more plump and enchanting. She came out slowly, the body is even surrounded by silver light. This adds a kind of attractiveness that ordinary women don't have at all. Chen Yang criticized her with appreciative eyes, and at the same time used the identification technique. Species: Elf. Level: 22. Good at life magic plant, the power of moonlight, and the ability to fight in close quarters is also very scary. Remarks: elder elves have cut off their fertility, but it is a very good choice as a partner. Chen Yang: I actually agree with this comment very much. However, my mind is pure, so I don't think about it. Elder elf's strength is very strong, it has surpassed level 20. However, she should not be my opponent now. Chen Yang has such self-confidence. Dear Brave, forgive the children for their offense, they just do things according to tradition. You came here with a mission, and we also need your help, so I hope everyone can cooperate happily. Chen Yang said directly. I am a person who likes to come and go, so don't use tasks to pressure me. For me, if I don't complete the tasks, there will be no punishment. But, if you piss me off, I can let you become my experience points. To deal with arrogant people, then you need to be more arrogant than them. Being polite is reserved for those who are polite themselves. The elder froze for a few seconds, then sighed and said, Please don't be angry, please come with me. Chen Yang nodded, then followed in silently. Then, he sent a message in the team channel. Fatty, pay attention to keeping a good distance, don't leave the wave breaker, and wait for my news. Ruro. Yes. Chen Yang followed the elder all the way, and at the same time he used his spiritual power to strike around. There are quite a few elves around, and the general level is not weak. According to what we have seen so far, on average, the average strength of the elves on this island has actually reached level 8. Think about it, when they just crossed over. Level 0. In other words, if you take out an elf and put it in the modern world, it may be like a god. Dear Brave, it's already late at night, please take a rest first, let's discuss things tomorrow. Chen Yang said directly. No, time is precious, if possible, a quick decision. The elf elder smiled gently and said, Then, well, please come with me. Soon after, Chen Yang was brought to a place filled with moonlight. This is the core of my entire elven island, and it is also our holy place. Chen Yang looked over, and there was a well that caught his attention. From that well, I felt very strong and pure energy. Is this well the legendary moon well? Identification technique. Item: Moonwell, damaged state. Function: it can collect moonlight and turn it into pure energy to nourish all living things. The moon well is also a place where the elves communicate with the gods. It is said that the truly pure elves have the opportunity to be guided by the silver moon goddess and obtain silver moon magic. Remarks: this moon well has been damaged and needs special items to repair it. If you use the moon well as a bargaining chip, I believe the elder elf can let you get whatever you want. Chen Yang, whatever you ask for means that no matter what kind of treasure I want as a bargaining chip, she will agree. After completing the team task, the reward is issued by a mysterious system. However, it can be seen from this note that I can ask for double rewards. Dear Brave, this is our sacred object, the moon well, it is a gift from the gods, it is. Chen Yang interrupted her. Please don't waste your time, just state the needs and tell me how to solve them. The elder was stunned for a moment, and said in his heart, what an impatient brave man. However, she still said, we need the earth crystal to repair the moon well. However, the earth crystal exists on a certain island, and it is guarded by a giant rock dragon. Our family's battleship has been damaged, and there are still Naga family watching, so I can only hope for your help. This is our task. As a reward, we will give you a moonstone, this is an S rank item. After finishing speaking, she directly took out the moonstone. The moonstone is a stone bestowed by gods, and it contains extremely pure energy, not only can quickly improve one's physique. Moreover, it also has the ability to heal and detoxify. Elder Elf looked at Chen Yang, waiting for Chen Yang's reply. Chen Yang shook his head directly and said, "No." "Oh, why? This shouldn't be your task." Chen Yang was very calm, and said one word, "Add money." Elder Elf, "Dear Brave, this is your task. Giving you a moonstone is already the limit." Chen Yang said, "The danger level of this task is very high. It may be dangerous to go to the island of the giant rock dragon, and the creatures of the dragon type must be very powerful. Add another S-rank item, and give me this moonstone before I can agree." The elder suppressed his anger and said, "Dear Your Excellency Brave, don't you think your request is too much?" Chen Yang didn't speak anymore, just turned around and left. A few elves in the distance stood in a row, glaring at Chen Yang. Chen Yang didn't even look at it, and continued to move forward. Finally, Elder Elf finally compromised. "You must not be disrespectful to Mr. Brave." She threw the moonstone directly, and then said, "I will give you another S-level treasure, the Holy Tree Ring. This is an S-level treasure. After wearing it, it will give you life energy. At the same time, it will also allow you to obtain the protection of the Holy Tree." Chen Yang said, "I want to take a look at the sacred tree ring in your mouth first." Elder Elf smiled wryly, and then said, "You are really a cautious person." Chen Yang looked at the sacred tree ring, and then said, "Okay, I hope our cooperation will be pleasant." "Wait a moment," the elf elder called softly again, and then said, "Your Excellency, this is the princess of my elf family. She will lead you the way." Then, a woman came out. It can be seen that she is not very old. Perhaps, the real age is hundreds of years old, but in the ratio of the lifespan of the elves, it should still be a young girl. Chen Yang glanced at her. Her level was around level 13, the current Roro and Hujichu were slightly higher. But, there is nothing too outstanding. Chen Yang thought in his heart, even if it is to be monitored at this level, it is impossible to do it. Forget it, just bring it. When the wavebreaker appeared in front of the elder elf, Chen Yang felt that this elder elf had some strange spirit. This kind of abnormality, Chen Yang called it greed. However, this beautiful and plump elf elder hid his emotions very well. But it was only for a moment, and it returned to normal. Chen Yang snorted coldly in his heart, and secretly wrote it down. "We're off." Chen Yang brought the elf princess. Her name is Alvin, and if calculated according to the age ratio of human beings, she is only 14 years old now. She was very polite and first approached Chen Yang. However, Chen Yang didn't bother to pay attention to her at all, just closed his eyes, thinking about the next strategy. Alvin didn't feel discouraged after being frustrated, but walked towards Hujichu and Jianru. In many cases, Hujicho's personality is similar to Chen Yang's, so he is neither cold nor cold towards her. Only the girl Jianru has a good temper and can chat with anyone. Time, to the 9th day, 1 hour 2 minutes and 33 seconds. Chen Yang pointed forward and asked, "Is this the island?" Alvin said with a smile, "Yes, respected Your Excellency the Brave, this is the place where the giant rock dragon sleeps. The giant rock dragon has unparalleled defensive power. At the same time, he is very greedy and has the heart to occupy any treasure. I know your strength is very strong, but please be careful." Chen Yang nodded indifferently, and then wrote a message in the team chat channel. "Chocho, stay in the initial solution state. If the situation is critical, you can use the swastika." Hujicho's gaze remained unchanged, but his vigilance had increased. Although she didn't feel any danger from this elf princess, she absolutely believed Chen Yang's words. Chen Yang entered the island alone. Alvin asked, "Second sisters, don't we need to go together? After all, our respective abilities may be able to help a little bit, Mr. Brave." Hujichu kept a cold face and didn't speak. Jianru said very simply, "Yeah, no need, Big Brother is very powerful." Alvin showed a gentle smile and said, "Well, I hope that the brave man can return safely." In fact, this elf girl wanted to step into the island together. However, it was directly blocked by Chen Yang. For Chen Yang, her existence will not be a help, but a burden. Of course, letting her stay on the wavebreaker is actually a test for Hujiqiu and Jian Sheng. It may be dangerous, even cruel. However, as their team members, Jianru and Hujiqiu must have the courage to calmly deal with danger. Chen Yang exhaled slowly, and began to be vigilant around. Phew, is this the Dragon Island? According to the Elder Elves, the giant rock dragon here has the same high level as her, level 22. Rock dragons have two characteristics. High defense. Take control of the land. Of course, there is another characteristic shared by all dragons, Fuda's strength area. The giant rock dragon likes to sleep deep underground and hide itself. At the very beginning, the Elder actually came here himself. She wants to find the rock dragon, and then get the earth crystal from his hand. However, when she spent all her time and finally came out, she found that she couldn't find him at all. Even if the elves themselves have a good ability to sense the ground by relying on the roots of trees, they can't find it at all. Elder Elf speculated that the giant dragon was sleeping deep underground. However, today's Chen Yang is very strange. From the moment I stepped into this land, the dragon blood in my body began to respond. This feeling is not fear or fear. On the contrary, there is a kind of domineering. This shows that the opponent's dragon blood level cannot be higher than myself. Okay, I unexpectedly locked onto his existence so easily. Before setting foot on this island, Chen Yang was still thinking whether it would be very difficult to find this giant rock dragon. Facts have proved that he thought too much. This giant rock dragon is really well hidden. The place where he is located is actually at the core of the island. It really can hide. He actually hid himself under the surface of the island, a full 1,000 meters away. With this depth, even with Chen Yang's current mental strength, it is impossible to detect his existence. No wonder, with such a high level as the Elder, it is completely impossible to find his trace. This guy really knows how to hide. However, the induction between the dragon's blood is actually so strong. Since that's the case, a smile appeared on the corner of Chen Yang's mouth, and then slowly exhaled the breath of a dragon. All of a sudden, the entire Dragon Island was in chaos. The wild beasts around were extremely horrified and fled crazily. The monsters on Dragon Island are all pretty good. According to Chen Yang's induction, there are at least 15 heads above level 15. Although it is not as good as that mysterious island, it is also the island with the most monsters and the highest level that have been discovered so far. Chen Yang suddenly understood why these big guys can continue to exist. Hehe, is this the ration that this big guy left for himself? This giant rock dragon lived too exquisitely, and even raised meat in captivity. Longwei continued to release, and the breath of dragon blood seemed to permeate along with Longwei. Gradually, Chen Yang's blood sense became stronger and stronger. This guy is waking up. When he was in a deep sleep, the sensitivity of the blood was actually relatively weak. However, up to now, the sensitivity of this bloodline has increased in a straight line. Since I can sense him, then he can sense me. Chen Yang, just waiting for him to come over by himself. A powerful creature like a giant dragon is really terrifying. And if he still goes deep underground and fights with him, it's pretty much the same as courting death. The earth began to shake. Quote. A series of roaring sounds filled the sky above the island. This strange and terrifying movement seemed like the world was going to be destroyed. This is because the ultimate king is here. Compared to the collapsed powerful monsters around, Chen Yang's body can be said to be very small. However, in the eyes of these giant beasts, he is another king. This is destined to be a contest between king and king. Chen Yang looked at those beasts, and made the old mistake again. Before that, I still need to settle these poor and wandering guys. Then, let them turn into my experience points. In an instant, a breath emerged. Then, meteor volcano. As Chen Yang became stronger, he became more and more familiar with the use of this trick. Volcanic rocks appeared out of thin air, and meteors fell. The boulder fell and hit the bodies of those powerful beasts. These behemoths have extremely powerful defenses. If they were just boulders, they would not take them seriously at all. However, on top of those meteorites, there is also the power of magma. Alvin's nose twitched. The two beautiful leaf eyebrows sank slightly. She asked, "Strange, what happened on the island? I can still smell the aroma of barbecue." The location where the wavebreaker stayed was at least 20 kilometers away from the island. And this elf princess doesn't have the ability to fly, which is why Chen Yang does reassure her to stay on the boat. Hu Jiqiu still had a cold face and did not speak. Jian Ru was holding the barbecue, and said while eating, "Hu, maybe someone is grilling the meat." Alvin had a smile on his face, but he was thinking in his heart, this cold-faced human woman is very wary of me. However, her strength should not be as good as mine, so she is not a big threat. Instead, it was this silly-looking woman who made me feel dangerous. That human man is greedy and cautious. In this position, even if I really have any ideas, it won't help. I can only wait. At least at this time, Alvin still hopes that Chen Yang can return smoothly. As the meteor volcano falls, Chen Yang's experience value continues to rise. There are many types of creatures here. Baboons, orangutans, but almost every creature has the word, what? This is because the creatures here have been stimulated by the dragon energy for a long time, and they have mutated him. What I just said, this giant rock dragon raised the creatures of this island in captivity, and then ate them as pork. It seems to be right. Boom. With a terrifying bang, the large strata finally broke open. Chen Yang raised his head and looked at Akaki, only a giant dragon appeared in front of him. This is a real giant dragon. Greedy, powerful. Huge eyes locked on Chen Yang. This earth dragon was examining Chen Yang with icy eyes. He, greedy, is full of desire for Chen Yang. He wanted to eat Chen Yang immediately. Chen Yang is also looking at this earth dragon at this time. Identification technique. Species: rock dragon, western dragon, wingless. Level: 23. Characteristics: the rock is extremely compressed and turned into a guardian covering the dragon's scales, with extremely high defense. Greed: has the consistent characteristics of the western dragons. Earth magic: take control of the earth and unleash extremely powerful earth attacks. Remarks: this is a dangerous existence. Although the wings have degenerated, it may be able to fly for a while. Tips: either stay away from it or kill it. Chen Yang frowned, and his whole body tensed up. Unexpectedly, it has reached level 23. Even today's Chen Yang doesn't dare to say that he can easily deal with level 2. Moreover, it is still a true western dragon. Even if you only have dragon blood, your combat power is at least one level higher than that of the same level. Chen Yang still remembers the dragon blood black shark at that time. The dragon blood of the dragon blood black shark can only be said to be the thinnest of the thinnest. But in front of him, this one can be regarded as a true dragon. However, his blood concentration seems to be a bit low. Compared with Mao Danma, it is not as good as it. Of course, this does not hinder the strength of this big guy. The earth dragon has slowly crawled over, and the shadow of Chen Yang is in those huge eyes. Before Chen Yang moved, he could already feel that the surrounding land had begun to turn into a swamp. There is a force to drag yourself into the dirt and smash it. Chen Yang let out a breath slowly, and the dragon elephant Prajna Kung Fu was activated directly. Then, the war has begun. Chen Yang's long way exploded directly. Seems to be the powerful induction, and the earth dragon also started to act at the same time. First, a long way came forward. 813 The breaths of the two collided directly. This is the oppression between Longwei. The corpses of the dead giant beasts around them were all crushed. Fortunately, Chen Yang had the foresight, otherwise, these poor behemoths would have to endure the pain of being smashed to pieces. The earth, start to move. This time, Chen Yang really understood what it means to control the earth. Ground thorns suddenly appeared from under the feet. Chen Yang jumped up directly, but the ground thorns followed him directly. So fast. Just like a missile launched vertically, the speed is extremely fast and the power is fierce. As expected of a level 23 monster, Chen Yang is amazed by his ability to control the elements of the earth and the explosive power of the terrifying dragon might. Moreover, this kind of ground thorn is not just fired. Instead, like a tracking missile, it directly locked onto Chen Yang. I have always felt that the one who controls the earth element is actually not powerful. As long as others fly up, he can't do anything. But now I understand, that's pure fart in the novel. As long as the control force is strong enough, if you make a soil spike, it will be an air-to-air missile. Continuing to hide is not an option at all. Then, you can only fight back directly. Fire punch. Flame Dragon King Fist. Zai's body was still in the air, and his speed exploded directly. The Flame Dragon King had no barriers, and directly bombarded the head of this Dragon King. The flames spread far and wide, directly covering them. Chen Yang's current flames are enough to melt rocks. However, Chen Yang found out that when he hit this big guy with such a violent blow, there was nothing wrong with it. The strength of this big guy has already exceeded Chen Yang's imagination. This kind of profound power, unexpectedly just remained unmoved. When the time CGBI cannot be launched, the tracking missile just now has arrived again. Chen Yang stayed in the air for a moment, and then disappeared in place. Boom boom boom. The terrifying power attack landed heavily on the head of the giant rock dragon. However, such a routine did not play any role at all. This giant rock dragon only shook its head in response to such a fierce attack. On his head, a small pit was left, that's all. Faced with this scene, even Chen Yang has to sigh. As expected of compressing the rock to the extreme, the rock skin formed is indeed rough and thick. However, no matter how rough the skin is, he still has to beat him to death. Since it's a dragon, then, Chen Yang's aura began to change, and outside his body, circles of air began to become concentrated. He didn't wait for the giant rock dragon to attack again, and took a deep breath. Dragon Slayer magic, the roar of the sky dragon. Roar. A roar sounded, and a terrifying wave erupted directly. That earth dragon, which was prostrate on the ground, was not yet able to attack Chen Yang. As a mature dragon, he is very confident in his defense. At this point, it is very difficult for any creature to pose a threat to his skin. Unless, it is a super high-level existence. However, the little reptile in front of him is obviously not in this list. Boom. The moment the shock wave of dragon-slaying magic hit him directly, he was finally in a mess. Looking at the shock wave, it actually started to disintegrate the rocky skin on his body. Obviously, in his eyes, the power is not very strong. However, this ripple is actually restraining oneself naturally. Ah! He let out a roar, excruciatingly painful. The sound of dragon chant spread out directly. A terrifying whirlwind blew up on the island. The storm not only directly overturned the vegetation on the island, but also caused waves near the island. On board the wavebreaker, the elf princess was shocked when she saw the huge waves raised by the storm. Why, there is such a terrible huge wave all of a sudden. Could it be that such a power beyond nature was produced by that man? Mother said that this human hero who came here is very powerful. Let me carefully observe his ability and specific level of strength. But, this guy is too cautious, so he won't take me with him at all. However, it can be seen from this terrifying sea wave that he has indeed started a fierce battle with that old dragon. In the heart of the elf princess, Chen Yang's danger level has risen to another level. Efficient. Although the dragon-slaying magic has not completely penetrated the defense of this earth dragon, it has already caused a huge hole in his head. Okay, since that's the case, take advantage of the victory to pursue and explode directly. Chen Yang's body fell from the sky. The galloping wind. Dragon's claw. Chen Yang, who fell vertically, was gradually surrounded by a stream of air. The earth dragon raised its head and kept roaring towards the sky. His body began to flicker with an incendiary elemental calendar area. This is because he is gathering a large amount of earth elements. The final blow. Chen Yang knew immediately that this was most likely his last chance. This giant rock dragon gathered all the elemental powers and prepared to kill itself. Now, the greed in his eyes is still there, but there is obviously more hesitation. The greedy dragon that has lived for so long, if it can't be defeated, it will definitely not go all out, and it should hide directly under the ground. The place where this dragon usually sleeps is just 1,000 meters below the surface. If this allowed him to hide deeply, he might be able to go 2,000 meters, 3,000 meters, or even deeper below the ground. When the time comes, where will I find him? Therefore, this blow is his last chance to kill him. In order to ensure a one-hit kill, Chen Yang once again used the strength in his body. Dragon Elephant Prajna Kung Fu is full. The power of magma. The hook claw of the Sky Fire Dragon King. Boom. Only a terrifying bang was heard. The entire island began to vibrate. The giant rock dragon raised its head, still looking straight at the sky. He froze all over. Chen Yang, missing. No, it's not that he disappeared, but directly pierced through the giant rock dragon, and then rushed into the ground. Cough cough cough. Too much force. Chen Yang was a little dizzy. Even with my current physical strength, I can't bear it. On the one hand, the resistance of a level 23 Earth Dragon is really too high. His level is much lower than his. Fortunately, I have many growth treasures in me. Today's physique has been directly pulled to the point of being extremely terrifying. In addition, in fact, at the final blow, when Chen Yang used Tianlong's claws, he also quietly took out his Avenger's Whispering Dagger. With the special, defense-breaking, attribute of this dagger, coupled with the restraining effect of his, Tianlong's hook claw. That's why this level 23 Earth Dragon was killed directly. Dear Chen Yang, you have successfully killed a level 23 Rock Dragon, and your experience value has increased, plus 41,900. Comfortable. Chen Yang exhaled directly. One dragon, directly got more than 40,000 experience points. How cool is this? Even if it's not to complete the mission of the elf family, killing this dragon directly will make a lot of money. The corpse of this dragon, eat it directly. This time, Maodan followed. He directly summoned him from the pet space. Seeing this dragon's corpse, Maodan's mouth was almost crooked. Chen Yang collected a lot, and after getting the keel, dragon teeth and other materials, he let Maodan eat it directly. Chen Yang lowered his head, and suddenly found a faint streak of gold. Okay, he complained. Company author, this guy's lair is just below me. No wonder, this thing is lying here, and after such a big battle, it didn't move its position. The setting that the Western dragon likes to sleep on golden things is actually true. Chen Yang is really powerless to complain, is he flustered? Chen Yang entered the treasure house, dumbfounded. There's a ton of flashy stuff here, but, at first glance, a lot of it is mediocre, even rubbish. Because they are all brass, and even gold is very rare. However, his uncomfortable mood soon stopped. This is. He saw several floating gems. Different from that pile of garbage, this one can be seen as a very precious item. Identification technique. The result came out. These are the real treasures that are put in one place alone. Among them, it includes what the elves need, the earth gem crystal. And the others are elemental gems. Elemental gem. Item. Elemental gem. Grade. S. Function. The purest solid substance condensed by elements can directly absorb elements, enhance one's physique, and can also be used to forge special weapons. Chen Yang looked at these elemental gems, and suddenly smiled. They're all good stuff. However, he was a little taken aback. Earth elemental gems, I can understand why there are wind elemental gems. No matter what, let's just absorb it. Today's Chen Yang is eager to keep getting stronger. With the absorption of elemental gems, Chen Yang's physique immediately began to change. Finally, his breath finally stabilized. Absorbing elemental gems will not increase my level, but the 5-dimensional value can still change significantly. This, after all, is an S-level consumable, very rare. Among them, the spirit and physique are still the most improved. After 3 gems, it actually directly increased by more than 300. You know, his current base average is just over 1,500. This, but a direct increase of 1/5. In addition, after killing the giant rock dragon, he gained a lot of experience points. In addition, he gained a lot from killing the beasts he kept in captivity. Now, my experience value has reached 149,988 points. Exactly, 140,000 experience points. A feeling of local tyrant arises spontaneously. I, Chen Yang, have money. Ahem, there are strengthening points. Upgrade. This time, Chen Yang didn't hesitate for long, and directly chose to upgrade his level. Dear Chen Yang, your level has been raised to level 16, you need to consume 50,000 experience points, and the next level requires 70,000 experience points. Continue to improve. Your level has been raised to level 17, consuming 7W experience points, the next level requires 10W experience points. Phew, we have finally reached the point where we don't have enough experience points. Sure enough, saving money is hard and spending money is easy, just in a flash. Attributes. Island owner. Chen Yang. Number. Area A 1,886,887,888, 4,447. Talent Unique Hidden, SSS Level, Unlimited Enhancement. Level 17, 29,988 50 thousandths. Power, 3,030. Physical, 2,370. Agile, 2,386. Energy Durable, 2,520. Reputation, 500. Survival Coin, 120. Omitted. Looking at his current attributes, Chen Yang was very pleasantly surprised. The improvement of the 5-dimensional value really surprised me. This is simply a leap forward. The basic data has directly exceeded 2000. The higher the level, the more the 5-dimensional value will be improved. It's so cool. This time, the task is simply too much money. Moreover, this time I got so many experience points. Ruru Chocho naturally also shared the experience points. Their levels must have improved a lot. By the way, I almost forgot Mayodan. I have to say that Mayodan's appetite is really good. This guy completely ate the body of the giant rock dragon. Then, they ate the still intact corpses on the island. He struggled to climb in front of Chen Yang, and then fell into a deep sleep. Hee, good guy, you are not afraid of indigestion after eating so much of this little thing. However, Chen Yang was even happier seeing this little thing like this. Because he knew that the little guy's level would definitely increase significantly when he woke up next time. Next time you will truly become a powerful sea overlord. Gone. But at this moment, Chen Yang suddenly received a message. Respected Chen Yang, you have successfully killed the giant rock dragon, and you have become the first dragon slayer in Area Al, and you have been awarded the title, Dragon Slayer Warrior. Similarly, in the public channel of the system, the news of the title of Island Owner No. 888 Dragon Slaying Warrior will be announced directly. No. 410. Slaying the Dragon. Why is Brother FA so fierce? He, anyway, is rank 3rd, so FA Dad can't be called out. However, this brother shouted, but he was convinced. I originally wanted to catch up with him, but I never expected that he has already started playing dragon. This, what can people do? No. 9527. I would like to call it, a man like God. No. 7. Congratulations to No. 888. It's a good thing that we have such a strong person in our AL area. No. 0410. Number 7, what does this sentence mean? Is there something special about it? Number 7. I'm not sure about the situation now, so I can't tell you more. However, by tomorrow, everything will be revealed. After hearing number 7's words, everyone immediately fell into silence. They just remembered that they have only survived until the 10th day after traveling so far. Number 7. Alright everyone, work hard. Seeing number 7 speak so heavily, everyone was in a bad mood. They are very clear that what number 7 said is the truth. This world will not get better and better, but will get worse and worse. On board the Wavebreaker, Alvin smiled lightly and said, 2 sisters, what is your adventurer's life like? She tried her best to get close to Jianru and Hujiqiu. It's just a pity that Hujiqiu basically didn't pay much attention to her. Jianru got along very well with her. However, Alvin discovered that basically no information could be obtained from this woman's mouth. Instead, he told her a lot about the elves. The incomparably wise elf princess, was actually tricked in the opposite direction. This is simply a shame. So, she wanted to hurry up and keep asking what came out. Jianru thought about it seriously, and then said, you put it that way, I think we adventurer island owners have one thing in common. Okay, what is it? Jianru said, you can eat it. I can eat very well, Big Brother can eat very well, and everyone can eat very well. Alvin broke down directly. Do I want to ask this? Can eat. Don't you guys have titans more than dragons, can you still eat them? Just when she was speechless, a figure appeared on the sea. She looked over and still couldn't help being surprised. He is back. In fact, when the huge commotion had subsided, Alvin already knew that the battle was over. But when she saw the man coming with such a calm attitude, she was still shocked. Is he really that powerful? That giant dragon, Even if the mother came in person, it is impossible to kill it so quickly. Because this dragon is old, it doesn't matter if its defense is high, and it is also good at hiding. Once it determines that it can't beat it, it will directly hide deep underground. Under such circumstances, without an absolute level advantage, it is impossible to kill him. But this human being did it. Wait, did he really slay the dragon? Alvin saw Chen Yang's body surface, and there was a special aura. Of course, this halo breath is not real. However, as a princess of the elf family, she can clearly sense it. The name of this breath is Dragon Slaying Halo. Only those who have killed a giant dragon can have such an aura. This is the aura bestowed by the Western giant dragon upon death. However, this halo is not an enhancement. It can be said to be a kind of curse. This means that this person has slaughtered dragons, and any dragons who see him will kill him. When Chen Yang stepped onto the wavebreaker, she immediately said respectfully, "Dear strong man, congratulations on your triumphant return." Chen Yang chuckled and said, "Thank you, but triumph is a matter of course. Go back, I'm in a hurry." Alvin originally wanted to post it, but Chen Yang's attitude was too cold. The 9th day, the 10th day, is coming. Chen Yang's heart fluttered a little. He flipped through the chat messages, and number 7 was hesitant to speak, obviously knowing some information. However, this is not important anymore. As she said, on the 10th day, everything will be known. Congratulations to the venerable brave man, I have prepared the holy tree ring for you. Chen Yang narrowed his eyes and looked straight at the elf elder. He did not hand over the earth crystal immediately, but said softly, "Well, I had hoped that this would be a happy transaction." Hearing this sentence, a trace of unnaturalness flashed across the face of the elder. She immediately asked, What do you mean by that?" Chen Yang's whole body began to burn with flames. The power of burning fruit burst out directly. "I really didn't expect that elves, a nature-loving race, also like to poison." The elf elder said directly, "Mr. Brave, I don't know what you are talking about. Please don't frame us." Chen Yang's expression remained calm, and he said, "I know what you want to say, you didn't poison me, did you? When I took the moonstone, in fact, you have applied a special tree powder, which is colorless and odorless, and is very fine particles. These particles are hidden in the moonstone, and they don't have any negative effects. However, after this kind of particle is contaminated with dragon blood, it will unconsciously cause harm to the body. Am I right?" Having said that, the elder's complexion began to turn cold. Chen Yang, what I dislike the most are free prostitutes like you. Besides, you not only want to whore for nothing, but you also want to kill me." Fire punch. Flame Dragon King Fist. Yang punched out directly, and the primate hit him. The elder's complexion became extremely ugly. She never imagined that this human being would be so decisive that he would shoot directly. "Mr. Warrior, this may be a misunderstanding." While talking, countless tree vines popped up and blocked her. Chen Yang's Flame Dragon King Fist was actually blocked. However, Chen Yang does not intend to let it go. In the body, the magma flames burned, billowing thick smoke filled the air. Seeing that Chen Yang was about to lose his temper, the elf elder shouted directly, Stop, I am willing to pay compensation." Elder elf obviously began to beg for mercy, she was very sincere, even panicked. "Dear Brave, please believe that this is not my original intention. You have to know, since we issued a mission to the gods, it is absolutely impossible to harm you. Furthermore, the special elements of the moonstone are by no means fatal after encountering the dragon's blood." Chen Yang just said directly, "I don't care about your offense, but you have to pay the price for your stupidity." Hearing this, the elf elder immediately understood what it meant, just like what this one said before, "You need to add money. I give you another S-rank item, W." Chen Yang knew that the elves didn't want to kill him, and the combination of moonstone and dragon's blood would not kill him. Chen Yang took Chocho and Jianru and left. They returned to island 44,447. Then, they did nothing but quietly waited for the 10th day to come. This time the team task was completed, and their wave breaker team gained a lot. In fact, this is leveling with a trumpet and taking off directly. Jianru's level has reached level 13. Hu Jicho's level has just reached level 12. As for Chen Yang himself, he even reached level 17. His level is definitely the best among all. In today's 733, what Chen Yang cares about is not about grades anymore. The three held an impromptu meeting again. Chen Yang said, "This time the team task, in addition to gaining a lot of experience, there are other gains. Among them, a moonstone, an S-level item, can absorb the power of the moon element and improve one's physique." Chen Yang took out the moonstone and handed it to Jian Ru. Ru, this moonstone is for you." Seeing Chen Yang give away an S-rank item so easily, both of them are used to it. Chen Yang's personality, they have gotten to know each other very well now. He will be very good to those he recognizes. But it was not easy to reach the point where he recognized it. "Chocho, this is yours." Chen Yang handed over another S grade. This is the sacred tree ring. It can be worn for a long time, and it also has the ability to improve physical fitness. Of course, his main ability is to call the surrounding trees and turn into a tree ant to help him fight. Hu Jiqiu took the lead, staring blankly at Chen Yang. "Give it to me." Although she was used to Chen Yang, she was still very pleasantly surprised when an S-level item was suddenly handed over to her. This feeling is the same as if your good friend suddenly gave yourself the 500W lottery ticket. "Surprise, can't believe it." Chen Yang said. "Take it, I still have one in my hand." The S-level item in his hand is the tear of the goddess. This thing was born from the moon well, and possesses extremely strong, magic, attributes. Holding the ring in his hand, Hu Jiqiu suddenly said, "Big brother, I want to go out independently. It's not that I don't want to drag you down, but I think I should be able to stand on my own and continue to develop. Fortunately, I will help you in the future." Number 4447. The island generation also needs people to control and develop. Quote. Chen Yang was taken aback for a moment, but he never expected that Hu Jiqiu would suddenly make such a request. Jian Ru on the side also squeezed over directly, and then said, "Ah, big brother, I want to say goodbye to you too. I want to follow Huo and go to other places. Anyway, with you guarding the island for me, there will be absolutely no problem. I want to become stronger, too." Chen Yang looked at the two girls, and suddenly smiled. "Okay, since you all have ideas, of course I can't stop you." The two of them chose to leave. Naturally they had their own considerations. Whether they feel that they will drag themselves down or have other ideas, these days are their own ideas, so I choose to respect them. Sometimes, staying together is not necessarily a good thing. Only after being separated can each become stronger. This is a world of killing and survival. Even if it is a team, it is impossible to rely on itself. There is still a little time before the end of the 9th day. Let's go, let me take you one more time. Chen Yang is going to take them to that mysterious island, taking advantage of the last time, to carry out another crazy killing. That mysterious existence did warn him, but he didn't forbid him from stepping into the island. As long as it doesn't damage the terrain. Thus, Chen Yang's journey to lead a younger sister began again. Upgrade. Time, 9th day, 23 hours 57 minutes and 23 seconds. No, 9527. Little boy is online. Oh, the ranking, shouldn't it be refreshed? No, 1008. It should be soon. Can the 27 bosses come to the top this time? No, 0331. It should be the 11th, ha ha ha. The public chat channel immediately became lively. Originally, numbers that rarely appeared began to increase. Paralysis, it's finally the 10th day, it's really depressing. Big brothers, how many levels are you guys? Ha ha ha, I've finally reached level 9 now, and I feel like I'm invincible. No 0888 boss, why isn't it online yet? No, 9527. Number 0386, still alive, your 0331 is thinking of you. It doesn't take a few words, time, it's already the 10th day, doh. There was a tacit understanding, and everyone stopped talking. Immediately afterwards, the ban came as scheduled. Respected island owners, congratulations on successfully surviving the previous 9 days. Looking at this sentence, everyone has only one thought. Congratulations, day you uncle, you Dogecoin thing, why don't you die? If it weren't for this system, we would still be enjoying our respective lives now. Now think about it, life in the original world is so easy and happy. Although being forced to 996 is much better than hovering on the brink of death all the time. But, although everyone is full of complaints, who knows what it feels like? The dead are indeed sad. However, those who survived have undergone too many transformations. The system's announcements did not pay attention to everyone's thoughts at all, and still issue the announcement silently. A1 area has a total of 9,999 islands, 9,999 treasure chests, and 378 surviving island owners. When this number appeared, even a person like Chen Yang who thought he was relatively indifferent couldn't hold back anymore. Of the 9,999 people who survived in the end, there were only 378 left. What is this concept? How many people have to die? This horrific death rate. Island owners who have survived in Area A1, your island will be moved to a wider sea area, and at the same time you will encounter more dangers and greater crises. I hope that you can continue to survive and become stronger in the days to come. Many people, just seeing this announcement, the whole person has been directly numb. In the future, bigger challenges. Bigger crisis. If you want us to die, please be straightforward, why are you still playing this kind of routine? Winter is about to pass, spring is coming. Spring is the season of revival of all things. Powerful lives are revived. They are dangers, but they are also opportunities. Kill them, get more experience points, become stronger. Chen Yang. If it's not in the state of silence, everyone will definitely start complaining directly. 9,999 people, unexpectedly, there are only 387 left. This is how cruel. Is this, really for, selection, and exercise? This is simply destroying. However, what everyone is waiting for at this moment is not this. Below, the current ranking is announced. This time, the ranking is no longer the same as last time, one by one. Instead, the list was directly published on the public channel, and everyone could see their famous ministers very intuitively. The rank list is announced. First, number 888, current level, level 17. When everyone saw this level, they all lost the motivation to continue to look at the following rankings. Because, anyone's ranking in front of him and his father is so eclipsed. Island number 7, level 17. Qin Qingqing is powerless at this moment. Unexpectedly, to be able to reach level 17, he is really the son of God. I have worked so hard, and I have received other help, and I have given everything, and this has allowed me to barely climb up to level 15. Yes, her experience value is just over the 15th level line. Don't think it's just a difference of 2 levels, but the difference in experience points is more than 100,000. I can be said to be able to reach this point with the help of external forces. Has he, like himself, been helped by others? This is too scary. Such a person can no longer be called a human being, but Qin Qingqing would like to call it a son of God. On Island 0331, Catherine's chest swelled with anger. I'm actually only the third. God of Light, as your faithful believer, why did I get this term in 4.4? Why are these people so powerful? She, Catherine, thinks that she is definitely not inferior to anyone. At the beginning of the game, she got an S-level treasure chest. Why? She just lost. Yes, if you don't come first, you lose. Besides, she is still the third. The God of Light, I don't give much effort, I'm so mad. The former number 3, number 410 Boss Xie has now become the 5th. I'm going, these guys, are they all in the late stage? How can they be so invincible? Wait, this number 4 is actually him. The 4th place turned out to be a frequent visitor in the group chat, and he was angry with the number 9527 of the 0331 number. For a long time, no one thought that 9527 was very powerful, except for his mouth. Although, he himself said, he was the 11th one. However, perhaps because of his low mouth, many people subconsciously ignored his strength. But he didn't expect that he would be able to climb to the 4th position. And this made Catherine very angry. Because, like her, this 9527 is level 14. Number 0410 is also level 14. The three of them tied for 14th rank, and he only outperformed the others with a fraction of his experience. No, 9,527. Look quickly, the 6th and 7th places. The top 5 have been announced directly. There are 17 on this superior level, and the other rankings are actually not very attractive. However, when their eyes fell on the 6th and 7th, they were surprised to find two numbers. 6th, number 0889, level 14. 7th, number 4447, level 13. Everyone fell into silence. After a while, the group chat Dragon King 9527 broke the silence. Father, I saw a gender-changing treasure a while ago. Now that I am a woman, is it too late? No, 0386. This brother, you can also share your treasure with me. I'll go, I want to. People also want to be gently led by Fatia. Suddenly, the entire public chat channel became lively again. The island owners number 4447 and number 0889 actually rushed to the top 10 directly, and their rankings are very high. Especially number 0889, and the third echelon, are bitten to death. How could they be so powerful all of a sudden? Because, the two of them are members of Fatia's group team. Big guy, not only is my level very high, but I can also find time to take care of my sister. This is simply invincible. Strong, really too strong. The three of Chen Yang looked at each other and did not speak in a tacit understanding. Jane Ru is fine, her thoughts are very pure and simple. Leaning on the soft fur, she said to Chen Yang. Big brother, I will warm your bed, do you want to sleep? Hu Jiqiu stood on the other side and did not speak. In fact, under the light of the fire, the atmosphere inside the cave is very good. If you want to do something, go with the flow. Chen Yang said slowly. Stop making trouble, the main event is coming. Respected island owners, the seas of this world have gradually opened up, and in the following time, there may be more powerful crises. In order to be able to cope with the crisis, the survival store in this world has been opened. You can shop in the survival store, and you can also exchange items with each other. Sure enough, the mall is open. This kind of shopping mall generally has good things, such as equipment, props, weapons, and even cultivation techniques. Respected island owners, the 10-day novice period has passed, and the next task will be released in this world. After completing the task, you will get rewards, and if you fail the task, you will be punished according to the task content. Sure enough, the mission system has also been released. It seems that we, the more than 300 survivors, can indeed be regarded as outstanding students. These words are a bit self-deprecating, but they are still very heavy. They survived, while the others all died. Note, Area A1 has been officially connected to other areas, and you may meet island owners from other areas. Attention, in the entire region, some people have already become red-named island owners, and they have become human betrayers. Island owners who came from Blue Star, I hope everyone can continue to fight for the survival of Blue Star. Hu Jiqiu lowered his eyebrows and asked, guard the Blue Star, what does that mean? She wasn't asking Chen Yang, but more like asking herself. Chen Yang said, actually, there are signs that our world is in crisis. Think about it, whether it's the Misty Ghost, or the Undead Camp, or that Ice and Snow Mountain. What kind of consequences will they have when they arrive in our real world? Although, human beings have powerful technological weapons. However, this power is relatively simple. When human civilization faces these camps, it cannot be said to be worthless, but it can only be said to have little resistance. Chen Yang said calmly, you don't need to have too much thought burden, the life and death of human beings are not something you can decide alone. You don't have to live with the thought, I want to fight for humanity. You just need to make yourself stronger, and that's fine. Hu Jiqiu nodded heavily, and said, well, I remember it. I want to make myself stronger. The announcement of the system is finally over. In the chat channel, there are many companies. Number 7. Now, the system has issued an announcement, everyone, our situation is actually very dangerous. Let me reveal one more piece of information here, the information I know, why, we are in the A1 area. Because, this district is the first to be eliminated. Everyone in the entire district perished, so there are signs of resurgence. In this area, there are people from all countries in the world, and of course, the same is true in the outer area. However, I must tell everyone that in this world of killing, the concept of a country is no longer important. What we are facing are other invaders. What they want to destroy is not a certain country, but the entire human race. Chen Yang. Number 7 is indeed a sign of a background. From her behavior at the beginning, one can see one or two. But it's okay, in Chen Yang's heart, she is still a good person. Chocho, Roro, don't be burdened, remember what I just said, your top priority is to ensure that you can survive. Of course, I don't know how you will choose in the future. It is also your own business. Hu Jiqiu smiled sweetly, walked to Chen Yang's side, and hugged him directly. Big brother, my priority position is the wave breaker. Yeah, don't forget me. Jian Ru also squeezed in. The three hugged quietly for a while, and then separated. Hu Jiqiu said, I want to return to my island number 4446. Of course, she is also the current island owner of No. 4447. Chen Yang gave her the island back. Anyway, it is unlikely that I will develop there. Jian Ru followed the Tianyu flamingo, preparing to go to a distant place. Big brother, I entrust you with my island. Farewell always comes so suddenly. But Chen Yang will not be sentimental either. Looking at the two girls leaving, Chen Yang smiled lightly and said, go. In fact, this is not parting. He even saw that in the near future there will be two independent strongmen appearing. Their team is still there, but the development model has changed. Island 888 became quiet again. Chen Yang went around the island. Sure enough, the temperature has begun to increase. It seems that winter has really begun to pass. With so many island owners, not a few people were frozen to death. The cold, it was horrible. Of course, it will take some time before the snow and ice melt completely. However, climate change in this world cannot be judged according to common sense. Forget it, let's take a look at the mall first. Everyone has a mall entrance. When Chen Yang just clicked to enter, a line of words popped up immediately. Entering the store, I actually need a survival coin, or an equivalent item. Gah, it's really picky. However, it is just a survival coin, and I, Chen Yang, have a lot of money. Respected island owner number 888, welcome to the survival mall. Do you want to sell or shop? Sell. In the portable space, there are still a lot of materials, flesh and blood, fur. Help me count how many survival coins I can exchange for. Dear Chen Yang, your current items can be exchanged for a total of 1073 survival coins. Okay, in exchange. In this way, I have 1193 survival coins. Let me see the inventory. List of items listed. Chen Yang, just dumbfounded. S-level items, Zanpakuto, Harinmaru, survival coins, 2000. S-level items, Fire Dragon Slayer Magic Book, survival coins, 2100 points. S-level items, all survival coins, starting from 2000. That is to say, I have worked so hard to accumulate materials for 10 days, killing so many powerful creatures in exchange for materials, and I can't even afford an S-level item. It sounds quite ironic. In the purchase list, there are actually SS level items. It's just that these SS level items are all gray, and they don't even show you the names of the items. SS level items, 50,000 survival points start. Forget it, just close them all, and never do it again. Wait a minute. Chen Yang's eyes fell on the other side. A-level items. Thunderfruit, survival coins, 500. A507 level items. Introduction to Summoning Magic, survival coins, 450. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. E-level items. Iron cloth shirt, survival coins, 20. C-level item. Whirlwind top. Chen Yang suddenly slapped himself on the head and cursed with a smile. I'm really brain dead. Why do I have to buy S-level, or even SS level items? I, who have unlimited strengthening talents, can directly buy A-level items, even C-level items, or even E-level and F-level items. As long as he is worth enough. According to the current experience value, the strengthening point in the early stage is not a problem at all. First of all, the thunderous fruit is decided to win directly. Then, Chen Yang set his sights on martial arts. The martial arts from the low-level martial arts world are basically between E-level and C-level, but they can have unexpected effects for me. Iron cloth shirt, you can buy it. Sunflower treasure, C-level martial arts, 200 survival coins, not considered. 8 desolation and Liuhe is the only one who respects me. C-level martial arts, 230 survival coins, forget it, this skill has side effects, don't consider it. The Taishuan Jing, is it already an S-level martial art? That's right, the concept of the Taishuan Jing has surpassed the martial arts, and is biased towards the immortal. Chen Yang's gaze was fixed on the last exercise. My current survival coin, by the way, it's you. 9 Suns Divine Art, B-level items, survival coins, 300 points. Thunder Fruit, 500. 9 Suns Divine Art, 300. Iron Cloth Shirt, 20. In this way, 820 survival coins were directly spent at once. I still have about 200 survival coins left. Let's keep this point in case it is needed in case of a rainy day. Chen Yang withdrew from the mall. You can strengthen the Thunderbolt fruit first, make it an S rank, and then eat it directly. In this way, he has another trump card. As for the Iron Cloth Shirt, it is actually just an addition. His defense is already strong now. And the 9 Suns Divine Art, as an internal strength, may have miraculous effects after being strengthened and cultivated. Dear Chen Yang, you have received a mission message. Task. Chen Yang raised his brows and thought, so fast. This system has just come down. Chen Yang took a look on the public channel, and for a while, they were all discussing things about the mall. No one mentioned the task. In other words, am I the only one who has received this task? Perhaps, this should be a good thing. I have become a key training object. I never imagined that I was a top student when I was in school, but now I am also a top student in the island survival world. Still, that's pretty darn good. Of course, there is a huge risk in receiving attention, but it is much better than dying in obscurity. Dear Chen Yang, your mission is to hunt and kill the deep-sea Styx jellyfish. The mission is hard, A-level. Under the island, there is a deeper seabed, which is a mysterious world, hiding the mysterious deep-sea tribe. With the release of the sea area, the deep-sea tribe has extended its tentacles to our world. Please go to the deep-sea tribe and kill the deep-sea jellyfish. Detailed information such as the coordinates of the mission location will be sent to you. This task must not be given up. Please work hard to complete the task. During the task, your island will be protected. Chen Yang's brows were tightly furrowed, looking solemn. Anyway, the task is not easy. According to the detailed information, the depth of the mission is 1,500 meters below the seabed. This depth is already close to the depth of the dive of the wavebreaker. The tentative level of deep-sea jellyfish is level 25. This has surpassed the level 23 rock giant dragon he beheaded not long ago. Exactly, 2 levels higher. My current real level is only level 17. If calculated according to level, this system shouldn't assign me such a high-level task. From this point of view, his evaluation of himself is definitely not just based on the literal level. But there are certain considerations. Forget it, for me, this task should not be the unsolvable type. Level 25, although it is a very scary level. However, the current self is not level 15 when he was hunting the giant rock dragon. Let's strengthen the ability to get it first. Exchange for reinforcement points first. The current experience value is 29,988, that is to say, there are 299 strengthening points directly. Chen Yang chose to redeem all. Strengthen the Thunder Fruit. To strengthen the Thunder Fruit, from level A to level 5, you need to strengthen 0 points. Enhancement is completed. Get S-level Thunder Fruit, no fear of seawater, free elementalization passive, active. Acquired ability teleportation, short distance 30 million volts, Thunderbird, God's punishment. Chen Yang carefully appreciated the benefits that his S-level Thunderbolt fruit brought to him. Strong, what an egg-sized ability. It's also an elemental fruit, but the improvement of the thunderous fruit will be even greater in many ways. In Chen Yang's view, his strength is not reflected in Thor, 30 million volts and other attacks. Instead, teleport, even if it is only a short distance teleportation at present. However, now I have strengthened the Thunder Fruit, which is even stronger than the original setting. These devil fruits must be well developed. Chen Yang's heart is burning now. If you can develop the fruit well and combine it with other abilities you have mastered, you will definitely achieve the strongest result. Okay, let's try the ability of the thunder fruit later. After all, this operation is in the deep sea. The battle in the deep sea, burning fruits, magma fruits, and thundering fruits are basically of no help to me. Then, it's just another purchase. Strengthen, iron shirt. Second reinforcement, 3 reinforcements, strengthen successfully, get $level Kung Fu, Kailong Jinyang iron cloth shirt. Tianlong Jinyang iron cloth shirt has defensive energy without dead ends, and can resist absolute blows twice as powerful as itself. If I am a normal level 10, then I can resist the attack of level 20 that has been increased in the same proportion. Although, it is impossible for the strength to grow in the same proportion after the level is upgraded. However, this defense is also very powerful. The advantages of exercises are not in the early stage. Like Devil Fruit and Zanpakuto, he will have a very eye-catching performance in the early stage. Dragon Elephant Prajna Kung Fu of the same level, and Xiao Xiao Fruit. At the beginning of the fight, it must be that Xiao Xiao Fruit has an absolute advantage. However, as the strength increases, this will be different. Now Chen Yang has proved that once the Dragon Elephant Prajna Kung Fu has reached this level, it can be cultivated to a high level. It is a perfect fusion of Armed Colored Domineering, Knowledge Colored Domineering, and Overlord Colored Domineering. The power of a warrior is domineering and domineering. Breaking through the clouds, controlling mountains and rivers with fists, and coercing the world, this is the ultimate domineering look. The chi of a warrior is the domineering chi of a warrior. Use chi to control all things, whether it is a sword, knife, fist, or your own body, they are all under the package of chi. It can crush swords, disperse water and fire, and resist lightning strikes. The meaning of a warrior is the ultimate in knowledge and color. The meaning is like running water, like floating catkins, and also like a strong wind, like a torrential rain. Of course, for me, there is no need to worry about this. I have a strengthening talent, so I can accommodate everything. He can directly bring these two to the extreme. After getting the S level, Julong Jinyang iron cloth shirt, Chen Yang is going to strengthen the Juyang magic skill. Ah, strengthen it, it's spent. He directly complained with a wry smile. Sure enough, you will get used to spending money lavishly. Of course, the main reason is that the initial level of iron cloth shirt is relatively low. So when you first start strengthening, you don't need many strengthening points. But after strengthening to S level, more than 100 strengthening points were spent at once. To strengthen 9 Sun's divine art, to B level, 50 are actually needed. Outrageous. However, the more strengthening points, the greater the potential in the future. Okay, then, just accept the task and set off. The time is 4 hours 55 minutes and 33 seconds. After the AL area was opened, there was another small change, that is, the timing of the day has been quietly closed. Only the hours, minutes and seconds are left, and the decimal place is behind. Chen Yang stepped directly aboard the wavebreaker. He typed in the command. Dive, depth, 1500 meters under the sea. The last time I went on a mission, Jianru and Hujiqiu were still with me. But this time, only myself was left. Not that lonely or lonely. How could it be possible for the current Chen Yang to still have such emotions, but after all, he is a man with some flesh. I will still think of these two girls a little bit. Of course, the team is still there, and you can also use the team channel to communicate when necessary. However, when they left, the two girls agreed that they would become stronger by themselves, so within a short period of time, each family went their own way. Maodin, there is only you by my side. At this time, Maodin has reached level 11. Moreover, this is only temporary. His bloodline is still constantly burning. According to Chen Yang's estimate, within a short period of time, he will at least increase by about 5 levels. Level 23 dragon meat is really nourishing for Mao Dan. On the one hand, the flesh and blood itself is rich in powerful energy, which can stimulate Maodin to become stronger. On the other hand, dragon blood has a particularly obvious effect on his improvement. Now, in our little Maodin's heart, we wish we could eat dragon meat every day. Grr, he saw ahead, a 17-level deep-sea giant shark. This motivated little guy started hunting without saying a word. Chen Yang didn't intervene, but watched the performance of the little things. Level 11, Dragon Blood Basalt, was matched against Level 17, Ice Nether Shark. Chen Yang originally thought that this would be an exceptionally exciting battle. It will be an evenly matched deep-sea duel. Unfortunately, Chen Yang was disappointed. This battle only lasted 6 minutes. Among them, for 4 minutes, it was Maoden chasing the shark. It was obviously a level 17 shark, but after feeling the dragon power emanating from it, it collapsed at that time. Then, the battle between the two sides lasted for less than a minute. Your pet has hunted a level 17 ice ghost shark, your experience value has increased by +7899. For the rest of the time, Maodan killed the shark in the most direct and straightforward way. Eat it all and leave nothing behind. Hee hee, you little guy, you look a lot like me. Completely, no waste. Of course, the word small is very inappropriate now. Good job. The hairy egg swam gently around the wavebreaker, as if asking for credit. Unfortunately, at this level, within a certain territory, it is difficult to have a second such powerful existence. At this time, I miss the suspected Skull Island. There are really many beasts there. Maoden, you can stay in this deep sea, unless I call you, otherwise you can play to your heart's content and work hard. In this mission, I faced a level 25 existence Nuo Li Jiao. Maodan can hit level 17, but against level 25, and it is still the mission goal, it can only deliver food. Therefore, this kind of thing still has to be done by yourself. The wavebreaker continued to sink, and after another 10 minutes or so, it finally reached this depth. Below 1,500 meters in the deep sea, the pressure of the seawater is already enormous. However, to me, it doesn't matter. Chen Yang simply took over the wavebreaker directly, not using Dragon Ball's ability to avoid water. Carrying it purely with my current physical body. S-rank iron cloth shirt, so fierce. He, at all, felt no pressure of any kind. While waiting quietly, a giant glowing jellyfish appeared. Identification technique. Species: Super Giant Styx Jellyfish, Deep Sea Tribe. Level: 25. Characteristics: Poisonous, Capture, Inclusive. Remarks: This is an extremely dangerous race, hard to be killed, but extremely poisonous, be careful, it is just an outpost. Chen Yang looked at the notes and thought in his heart, level 25, just an outpost. Then, does that mean that those old friends from the past will also appear one after another, looking for my troubles? The Ice and Snow Mountain, as well as the undead race, should all have unique marks on their bodies. Especially, the undead. Almost forgot, I should have sold the Muramasa demon sword. However, the most urgent thing is the trouble now. Just as Chen Yang's eyes flickered, that deep-sea Styx jellyfish suddenly sprayed ink. It was already pitch black under the deep sea, but after being covered by ink, it became even more cloudy. Chen Yang immediately regained his energy. Okay. This is his venom. Generally speaking, squid jellyfish spray ink to escape. But this end is used for active attack and capture. Thick ink covered the bottom of the sea. Chen Yang suddenly discovered that this thing can actually affect the expansion of mental power. This can be regarded as a field-type ability. Although it is a very crude domain ability, Chen Yang has to admit that it is very tricky for ordinary people. Block the spirit, paralyze, poison. This is a highly poisonous deep-sea swamp. Once trapped in it, you will not be able to extricate yourself. However, it's nothing to me. He still hasn't activated Dragon Ball's ability to avoid water. 9 Long Tianyang iron cloth shirt has just been practiced, and the defense formed can form an effective defense. Not to mention, there is also a dragon scale defense inside. Okay, then let's kill him first. Galloping wind, accelerate directly. Even in the color of the deep sea, the effect of Tianlong's auxiliary magic is superb. He is in the water, almost unhindered. Scythe of Slaughter, cut. The current slaughtering scythe is already at the S rank. S-level items, the effect is also very simple. Sharp, defense breaking, serious injury, beheading. Accompanied by a terrifying slash. The deep sea was briefly separated by the shock wave. At this moment, the Styx jellyfish seemed to be able to sense that its life was dying. At this critical moment, its entire body began to glow with dark purple light. A crystal barrier suddenly condensed. Puff. Chen Yang's slash landed on the crystal barrier. 447 cracks suddenly appeared in the crystal barrier. What a powerful defense. But this is not the ability of this creature at all. Wait, this is the calendar of items. A deep-sea Styx jellyfish can use items. In fact, high-level monsters have extraordinary intelligence. Chen Yang had long thought that there would be such an existence. But when I actually encountered it, I still couldn't help being very surprised. After all, this super large creature itself has very terrifying basic attributes and abilities. Can still use weapons. It feels like a human cub is facing a very strong grizzly bear. A terrible grizzly that can easily shoot you to death. But, at this moment, the grizzly bear directly picked up the bazooka. Surprised or not, is it unexpected? It's outrageous. Of course, Chen Yang is no cub. My slash just now has already split this barrier, which means that the level of this item will not be very high. Wait, no, although my mental power was blocked just now, but for such a moment, I still found something strange in it. Yes, Ghost Cloak, invisibility. This Ghost Cloak was originally a B-level item. However, Chen Yang has upgraded it. After all, invisibility props are really useful in some cases. Of course, it did not reach the S level, but the A level. It can make Chen Yang's breath disappear perfectly, even in the water, it cannot be sensed. Ice Mirror, clone. This thing was obtained from my good brother, Ice Emperor. The function is to temporarily create a clone. Moreover, the avatar also has a certain combat power. After finishing all these, Chen Yang waited directly. Suddenly, the shining Styx jellyfish spit out again. But this time it's not Squid Con. Unexpectedly, it is a net. Item Deep Sea Power Grid. Grade A. Characteristics: a special prop made of the tendons of deep-sea fish, attached to the electric power of electric eel, paralyzed and caught. Remarks: once you are enveloped by this thing, perhaps, you will be paralyzed. Chen Yang. It seems that my judgment is wrong, it is not that this creature used props. After all, for such a huge creature, the intelligence of level 25 is very high, but it is not too high or low. Soon, a submarine unexpectedly appeared from the body of the Styx jellyfish. Sure enough, they released the crystal barrier just now in the current deep-sea power grid. The system said there was only one level 25 deep-sea jellyfish, but I didn't expect that this jellyfish has private goods in its body. Wait, the result of the identification technique just now shows that one of the abilities of this jellyfish is tolerance. I'm still thinking about this kind of tolerance. What kind of ability is it? It turns out that what's so special is bringing goods. Exactly, cut them together. The invisibility effect of the ghost cloak disappeared. Chen Yang turned the killing scythe again while the opponent hadn't recovered. Sky Dragon's Wing Strike. The power of the steel wrist. Kill. Tianlong's magic can also flow unimpeded in the water. What's more, this time Chen Yang was a sneak attack with full power, and his power was extremely powerful. His terrifying power exploded in an instant. After the submarine took this blow, the front half was cut off. Sudden heavy injuries obviously made the people inside very frightened. And the deep-sea Styx jellyfish shone brightly again. Current. This deep-sea Styx jellyfish itself does not have the ability to release electric current. The results of the identification technique cannot be wrong. It seems that these deep-sea people use its body to release current. The electric current erupted, it was too fast. Chen Yang didn't even have time to react, he was directly hit by the electric current. A large amount of electricity dripped into Chen Yang's body. This dog thing is still playing dirty. Chen Yang originally used the super iron cloth shirt to resist. However, he suddenly changed his mind. Then, come and shock my body directly. Come on, tutus hurt me. Electricity poured into his body. Chen Yang bared his teeth, and then, smiled. My physique is actually improving. CGCC, with a strong physique, the value will start to increase. He looked at the value in his attribute panel, and the rapid increase was more exciting than the number scrolling on a horse. He was ecstatic in his heart. Ha ha ha, come, call me a lot. I bought the Thunderbolt fruit in the mall this time, it is really the right decision. He originally thought that he would not be able to use the Thunderbolt fruit in underwater battles. But I didn't think of it, there is this one. Moreover, the S-level thunder fruit after strengthening, it actually has the effect of recharging. How many volts does the electric current released by the deep-sea people use the Styx jellyfish? Chen Yang doesn't know. But, strong, very strong. Originally, this kind of electric current damage could easily obliterate existences of the same level as it. There is even no problem with electrocuting the prestige of level 26 or even level 27. But now, it has become Chen Yang's power bank. Physique actually directly broke through 2600. This is too cool. Okay, Chen Yang was having a good time when the crowd suddenly stopped. Chen Yang raised his brows. Why did you cut off the electricity for me? Teleport. It turns out that teleportation can be used even in the deep sea. The space inside the submarine is very huge. However, the internal environment is completely different from the inside of the submarine that Chen Yang knows. This is more like alien technology, with high-end interior and atmosphere. Not long after, Chen Yang saw someone approaching. They were all wearing combat uniforms one by one, holding thick, long and large weapons in their hands. Of course, this should be a launch-type weapon. A person wearing a golden battle uniform said directly, "Are you human?" Humans in this area actually have such a powerful existence. Chen Yang didn't answer, but cast an identification technique secretly. Species: Deep Sea Race, Homo. Grade: 17. Introduction: in the distant past, perhaps also human beings, long-term evolution made them adapt to the deep sea. They are obviously mammals, but they have special organs to breathe in the deep sea. Remarks: they are smart and powerful, but generally speaking, they are not too friendly to humans. Chen Yang grinned. Level 17 is the same as mine. I don't like talking to other people in this way. Chen Yang's body flashed, and he was directly in front of the other party. As soon as the opponent's weapon raised his hand, Chen Yang's slaughter scythe had already arrived. Dear Chen Yang, you killed a level 15 deep-sea human race, your experience has increased, plus 2788. The man in the golden combat uniform shouted directly, "Human, stop your stupid behavior. Do you want to incur the wrath of the deep-sea people?" He aimed his weapon at Chen Yang's head, ready to fire at any moment. The level of this weapon can also be evaluated to a level, and it is absolutely powerful. Unfortunately, in front of Chen Yang, this is literally delivering food. Playing with guns. Very happy, and I like it very much. So, he directly took out the Eagle of Death. Boom boom boom. My spear drawing skills are relatively fast. As a result, Chen Yang gained more than 10,000 experience points. Chen Yang looked at the man in the golden combat uniform, and said slowly, "I didn't kill you, you should know why. If your loyalty to your own race is higher than your own life, and you promise not to say no matter what kind of torture you suffer, then I will kill you now." The body of the man in the golden combat uniform trembled. He is afraid. So, he was very well behaved, directly threw away the weapon, and even directly untied his combat uniform. "Respected strong man, please don't kill me, I am willing to do my best to cooperate with you. Loyalty is precious, and the price of life is even higher. Freedom is not needed, the dog's life is the most important." Chen Yang chuckled and asked, "What is the purpose of your coming here this time?" "Yes, it is to lay down the base station, and then the next step is to build a base in this area. In fact, it's not just our deep-sea clan who are here, other civilization forces will also be here." This is not beyond Chen Yang's expectation. However, he still doesn't quite understand one thing until now: these forces obviously have a very powerful existence. Now, even an outpost is a level 25 Styx jellyfish, and there is also a submarine fleet. So, why do you care so much about Area A1? Chen Yang does not have a great feeling to save the world. However, he understands one thing: if he wants to become stronger, he must understand the nature of this world. Especially, now that the region is open, the world map has been greatly improved. This doesn't just mean that outside forces have started to have more contact with Area A1. It also means that I can get in touch with more worlds outside. Of course, it is obviously not that easy to get an answer from the system. The deep-sea tribe trembled and said, "Because the A1 area is a buffer area for entering the deep blue planet. As long as you can occupy the A1 area, you can take the initiative in the battle for the stars. Chen Yang frowned, thought for a while and then asked, so, what about the other areas? Since there is District A1, there will definitely be District 2 and District 3. The Deep Sea tribe said. There are 13 areas that have been explored so far that are in contact with the planet. According to the information I have, Area A1 was once the most powerful area among the 13 areas. However, a long time ago, the entire A1 area was suddenly sealed off by the will of the world. What is the specific reason, he does not know. It is only based on speculation that there should be a top-level battle of the ancient gods breaking out here. And the blue star is very likely to be the key to the dimension. Why are there so many races that can't wait to appear not long after they appeared in the A1 area? And why did they break into this area A1? It is for the inheritance of the ancient gods, or the key to the dimension. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. Big brother, I've already told you all the news I know, please, let me go. Please. Having said that, he was already lying on the ground, not daring to raise his head. Chen Yang let him go. However, Chen Yang wants this submarine. Although his own wavebreaker is also an A-level item, the wavebreaker still mainly sails on the sea. This submarine is different, its diving depth has reached 5,000 meters. Chen Yang said, put on your combat uniform and get out of here, this is your chance to survive. The other party looked at Chen Yang with a guarded heart, and left cautiously. Although this is the deep sea, he is level 17 after all, and he is a deep sea clan. No problem. It's just a pity that he was out of luck. Just after leaving the submarine, I encountered a dragon blood Xuanwu slowly wandering over. Then, was shot to death. Chen Yang touched his head and said, sorry, I forgot to explain to my pet. I apologize to you with all my heart, but it is a pity that you will never hear from me again. This submarine was naturally confiscated. The biggest gain this time should be knowing these so-called truths. However, Chen Yang's mood is a bit off now. The answer I know now is starting to make me feel bad. Another ancient god, another dimension key. This world has somehow become dangerous again. Chen Yang let out a breath and regained his spirits. Forget it, this kind of thing is not for me to decide. I should learn from Jane Ru, and be purer in my mind. Chen Yang regained his spirits. Level 25 deep sea Styx jellyfish is not difficult to kill without the cooperation of submarines. Dear Chen Yang, you have successfully killed a level 25 deep sea jellyfish, your experience value has increased, plus 35,000 points. Because you are the first one to kill a level 25 monster in this area, you will get double experience reward. Cool. In this way, it is directly 70,000 experience points. Experience. Level 17, 79,988 50,000ths. In this way, I can directly upgrade to level 18. My current experience level is far ahead. However, I can't float, I still have to calm down. Today, there are only more than 300 people left in Area A1. My lead in the A1 area is actually nothing, and there will definitely be stronger presences in other areas. According to the analysis of this deep sea tribe invasion, the protection of the A1 area is still in place. Because if there is no protection, then in order to compete for the inheritance of the ancient gods, or to find the dimensional key, it is impossible for the various camps to just let this little thing of level 25 take the lead. They must be showing their talents. For us, the existence of this protection mechanism is the chance of survival. However, if possible, I would also like to be able to see the world outside of District 1. It is indeed more dangerous outside, but it also means that there are more powerful monsters. This means that you can increase your level and become stronger. While Chen Yang was still analyzing, the system's prompt sounded. Dear Chen Yang, you have successfully completed the mission, and the mission reward will be distributed after you return to the island. Reminder. You have already completed the task, so from now on, after 3 hours, your island protection mechanism will be cancelled. DB. I completed the task, but you only gave me 3 hours of safety time. Such a pit. This means that I should return as soon as possible within 3 hours. However, I can go back in less hurry. Now Chen Yang, counting Ruru's number 0889 island, has a total of 4 islands. However, his main development goal is still his own original island, number 888. On the own island, those powerful monsters are not only destroyers but also their guardians. If anyone wants to break into his own island, let him do it. I just got this submarine. If you don't try to explore the deep sea, it will be a waste of time. The submarine is turned on, and the team is full. Chen Yang directly started to explore the deeper waters. The pet hare eggs are surrounded by Chen Yang. Just now, I ate a whole level 25 Styx jellyfish. He is big tonifying again. At this moment, there is endless power in his body, which is about to burst out. His body shape began to swell and expand at a speed visible to the naked eye. His strength, as well as various attributes and other skills, are all improving rapidly. Deep sea, 3,000 meters. There aren't many monsters in this place. Just after he finished speaking, he discovered a huge life reaction, slowly wandering towards him. What kind of monster is this? Judging from the body size, this has reached thousands of meters. Chen Yang has faced such a terrifying existence, and his scalp is a little numb at the moment. Deep sea, so dangerous. In the first wave of exploration, did you encounter monsters of this level? Chen Yang didn't even have time to cast the identification technique, and wanted to run away directly. But, at this time, Mao Dan's body was staggering, and then he rushed over directly. He directly used the master's will to give Mao Dan an order not to seek death. But Maodin's reaction was very strange, it was not afraid, and even very happy. Identification technique. Species. Deep sea shadow fish. Level 11. Features like to live in groups, like tens of thousands of fish schools to act together, have the ability to camouflage, compress each other together, and can create the appearance of a 1,000-meter or even 10,000-meter giant beast. Remarks. Although small, there are many in number, and it is very dangerous to be attacked by groups. Plus, you're in luck, because they migrate so widely that they're hard to come by. Chen Yang. I was actually cheated. Lao Su, the #1 person in the Owl district, was actually deceived by the school of fish. However, this special skill really opened my eyes. Is this a group illusion? Illusion is a skill that might be very useful sometimes. Speaking of which, I own the fantasy ice flower, but I haven't developed it well until now. Your pet killed a level 11 shadowfish, your experience has increased, plus 1011. Your pet killed a level 11 shadowfish, and your experience has increased, plus 1011. The experience points of these little guys are indeed very weak. 0. At least, for the current Chen Yang, it is not enough. But, there are so many of them. Maodin seems to have a unique skill for hunting this kind of fish. His huge body rushed over and could swallow at least dozens of shadow fish in an instant. Then, when the school of fish changed its formation and wanted to chase after it, he had already escaped directly. The school of shadow fish wanted to leave this area, but Maodin was able to use the skill of taunting directly to attract the school of fish again. Come and go, what this guy is playing is a bad review. And Chen Yang is lying down to collect experience. Ha ha ha, it's great to have a pet like Maodin. High attack, high defense, and group ridicule skills. His personality is also very good, he is very hardworking and motivated, and will hunt and kill on a large scale by himself. 2 hours have passed. Chen Yang found that his experience value has increased by more than 80,000 points. Level 17, 161,988 50,000ths. Too strong. However, the chase at this time has come to an end. After the school of fish and hairy eggs pulled deeply, they finally left this area. Maodin, sorry to return. Chen Yang looked at Mao Dan, and was amazed. My good guy, your level has been raised again. Level 14. In just such a short time, he has been promoted to 3 levels in a row. Perhaps in the near future, it will directly reach level 19. So many island owners who survived can be described as the elite among the elite. However, their ascension speed is actually not as fast as Maodin. Chen Yang feels that he is going to fall in love with the deep sea. Strike while the iron is hot and continue diving. However, there are always surprises. When Chen Yang was about to go all out, he suddenly received a reminder. Dear Chen Yang, other island owners have invaded your island, please prepare in advance. Hearing this hint, Chen Yang almost felt that he had heard it wrong. Other island owners invaded. Who has such courage? Island owner number 888 is the father of Area A1. There is a huge level gap here, no one really thinks he is his opponent, right? The island is the foundation, although my island is guarded by so many little brothers raised by hairy eggs. But, after all, I still have to go back. About 20 minutes after Chen Yang set off, he received another message from the system. Dear Chen Yang, the other party has stepped into the waters around your island, please return to the island in time. At this moment, Chen Yang is not in a hurry anymore. Having got this submarine going at full speed, there's no point in rushing. Being impatient will only make you mess up, but it won't make things better. According to the calculated time, it will take about 3 hours, that is, around 2200, to return to Island 0888. 3 hours of time, just waiting, is too wasteful. Exactly. Coming out this time, not only completed the task, but also directly gained a lot of rich experience points. I already have 160,000 experience points. In other words, I already have 1600 reinforcement points. If you want to strengthen Dragon Ball to SS level, you need 10,000 enhancement points, which is still very far away. However, some other items, or skill talents, can be strengthened. First of all, it is naturally, 9 Suns Divine Art. This exercise starts at level B, and just to strengthen it to level A, it actually requires 300 strengthening points. This is simply outrageous. At that time, when the burning fruit was strengthened to S level, did it need more, 867, and less strengthening points? Then, according to the principle that the richer the investment, the richer the return, the investment will never lose money. One time of strengthening, completed, 9 Suns entrance technique, A-level exercises, next time strengthening, needs strengthening points, 1000. Hiss. 1000 points. Just now I had the illusion of, I'm going to take off. I didn't expect that I would be beaten back to my original shape immediately. This is really miserable for me. It's really uncomfortable. What feeling is more uncomfortable than being emptied in an instant? However, Chen Yang just complained. For this kind of strengthening, he has never been vague, and he did it directly. Enhancement is complete. You have consumed 1000 enhancement points and successfully obtained the skill, S level, 9 Suns Flying Immortal Sutra. Okay. At this moment, Chen Yang's gaze froze immediately, and a strange expression burst out from his pupils. 9 Suns Flying Immortal Sutra is interesting. 9 Suns Flying Immortal Sutra S-level exercises can condense the energy of fierce yang, store it in the meridians, and turn it into the energy of immortal spirits. Fairy Qi. After seeing the results of the identification technique, Chen Yang was really shocked this time. He smiled directly, and his eyes were filled with an unprecedented look. Finally, this directory is involved. I knew that after strengthening the 9 Suns Divine Art, it wouldn't let me down. Dragon Elephant Prajna Kung Fu is actually a very vigorous technique. In Chen Yang's heart, the status of this exercise has actually surpassed that of burning fruit. In terms of attack and defense, Dragon Elephant Prajna Kung Fu has gradually become the main force against the enemy, and came from behind. However, this practice did not make Chen Yang feel that he has stepped into the level of a fairy, but just rich. This is not to say that the Dragon Elephant Prajna skill is not good, but the direction of evolution is different. The Dragon Elephant Prajna Kung Fu develops towards extreme power, and also, the power of the dragon. After the evolution of 9 Suns Divine Art, it develops in the direction of Tao. Very good, very good. The world today is obviously constantly opening up, and more demons and ghosts will appear. Although my current development has been very rapid, but this is still within the scope of step by step. But, now that you have the power of immortality, everything will be completely different. My choice is indeed correct. Of course, if it is based on the settings in those novels, there is a saying that, you can't chew too much. But, this is the world of killing. Enough strengthening points and enough physique, this is by no means a problem. When I have enough survival points next time, I will also directly buy the Taizan Jing. In this case, you will have more skills. At that time, with the help of the hidden talent of infinite strengthening, maybe I can become super god. Yes, in the true sense, becoming an existence beyond the gods. The strengthening is complete. There are still a few hours left, let's start practicing directly. When he really started to practice, Chen Yang immediately understood one thing. It's wonderful, my spiritual power is so strong that it can be directly fed back to cultivation. Strong mental strength and physical fitness cooperate with each other, which can directly make oneself get twice the result with half the effort. In just half an hour, Chen Yang's body was directly filled with a very gentle yang energy. The existence of this aura directly gave Chen Yang the ambition to challenge the gods. Of course, it is absolutely impossible for a person like Chen Yang to let this kind of ambition to jump out control him. He was able to control his inner thoughts very quickly, and then return to his original self. The magic shown in the 9 Suns Flying Immortals is beyond my surprise, and it even has a huge effect on the development of burning fruit and magma fruit. In the original novel, Zhang Wuji, who has practiced the 9 Suns divine art, can practice everything quickly and has a bonus effect. It's the great teleportation of the universe, which can be practiced in minutes. After strengthening, the 9 Suns divine art can improve the training and development of fruits, and even the magic of Tianlong. After practicing for a while, this Chou Yang Fei Immortal Sutra has become my fundamental method. According to estimates, with the same energy, the power of the burnt fruit has been increased by at least 8 to 9 times. This is just the beginning. This is a very, very exaggerated thing. The upgrade of 9 Suns divine art is too right. However, it's 1,000 enhancement points all of a sudden, it really hurts my heart. Forget it, the experience points will be earned back soon, it doesn't matter. Continue to practice now. As a native of Longguo, the word, immortal, is extremely attractive. Immortals can live forever, can fly to the sky and escape from the ground, omnipotent. However, in Chen Yang's view, immortality and flying into the sky and escaping from the earth are just a result, and what he pursues is the transformation of the essence of life. This is probably the way for the people of Longguo to truly realize self-transformation and become stronger. In this world, since there are gods and undead, why can't there be immortals? The 9 Suns Flying Immortals was running slowly. Diddy. Here, the alarm clock that Chen Yang had set earlier rang. The ancients often said that you don't know the years in practice. Perhaps a fairy can see 10,000 years. Of course I haven't reached such a level now, but it does take time to practice the 9 Suns Flying Immortals. Before I knew it, 2.5 hours had passed. Wait, Chen Yang's eyes dilated suddenly, and he was surprised by himself. 5-dimensional value. My 5-dimensional value exploded directly. Level 17, 31,988 50 thousandths. Power, 3,899. Physical, 3,961. Agile, 3,975. Energy durability, 4,520. The 5-dimensional value is the precise feedback on the values of all aspects of the body. In other words, as the points of the body increase, the 5-dimensional value will increase accordingly. Unexpectedly, it has improved so much. Quote. Simply incredible. Spirituality has even broken through 4,000, that is to say, within 2.5 hours, it has directly increased by more than 1,000. What kind of fairy speed is this? With such a huge improvement, even Chen Yang's psychological quality can't help but feel this excitement and longing. It's not that I, Chen Yang, are not safe enough, it's just that I gave too much. 9 Suns Flying Immortals. Who? Chen Yang hesitated, feeling that he had become a real immortal. It's too strong, it's really too strong. Chen Yang's mental power was released. Immediately, everything around him is in his induction. Seawater, organisms, and even parasites can even reach the level of microorganisms. As long as he thinks, he is omnipotent. The spiritual power continues to expand and expand. Sensed, my island. I'm still more than 20 minutes away from the island at full speed, but now I can feel it clearly. Strong, really too strong. This place is at least 100 kilometers away from his own island. As for myself, I didn't sense it vaguely, but very clearly. Is this the divine sense in the legend? Ha. It would be great to have this ability. Suddenly, Chen Yang's smile stopped, and a playful look began to appear on his face. Found each other. In response to the divine sense, a large ship appeared. Even Chen Yang has to admit that this huge sailing boat is very flamboyant and gorgeous. Of course, what caught Chen Yang's attention the most was that there was actually a angel statue on that ship. Another force involved with God. It seems that I have to sneak back secretly to see who is sacred, and then formulate countermeasures. The reason why he didn't launch a sneak attack directly was because the other party had invaded the outer waters of his island and stopped moving forward at 4.0. Just when Chen Yang was about to take action, there was news in the public chat channel. And there are special reminders. This means that the top 3 people have spoken. At this point in time, someone suddenly spoke. Let's take a look. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. No. 0331. Everyone, do you want to see the island of number 888, the first person in RA1 area? I'm going to broadcast live to you guys. Chen Yang. He was a little dazed when he saw the news. Is her number 0331, the guy who hacked himself several times? This angel warship actually belongs to her. This number 0331 has hacked himself so many times, Chen Yang still remembers it clearly. Of course, Chen Yang didn't feel that the ridicule in the public chat channel was a life and death enmity. However, it is absolutely impossible for Chen Yang to act as if nothing happened. What's more, the other party dared to break into his own sea area without his consent. It should be noted that in this world, islands are the capital for survival. By doing so, she has already begun to invade Chen Yang's living space. Therefore, this matter is absolutely impossible to forget. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.